Good morning, Kindred, and welcome to Mayday Roleplay's playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade, Chronicle we're calling Vegas by Night. We want to thank everyone for tuning in and subscribing to our Patreon and for sticking by Mayday Roleplay for 2 years already. It feels incredible to say that we have been creating wonderful content with some of our closest friends and engaging with the community for 2 wonderful years. If you're wondering how you can get in on that engagement, you can catch our stream here every other Saturday for our main show. You can follow us on all major platforms as well as Spotify and SoundCloud for podcast-friendly recordings of all our major shows and streams. And finally, you can donate to us on Patreon and join our Patreon Discord. It's a wonderful space where you get the opportunity to speak with us on a personal level about everything we're creating, and get in on Patreon community-ran games, tabletop discussions, and the most important, the sharing of all of our pet photos. In more news, there will be a Doom to Repeat debrief as well as an Orpheus debrief on the way soon, detailing and answering all of the questions put forward by the fans of the show as well as the cast members themselves. Keep a lookout for its release. I don't think we have a date yet, but I'm sure someone will correct me very soon. Other than that, please check out our Delta Green campaign, Doom to Repeat, our D&D campaign, Ashoka, and our Old World of Darkness campaign using the Orpheus system, all of which are available on all major podcasting platforms and our Twitch. Before we get started today, I just want to remind everyone that Vampire the Masquerade can be a dark setting, and as such, there are content warnings for any watching. Please be advised that there may be violent themes, plenty of adult language, and the exploration of darker subjects. Please take care of yourself and be aware. Humanity was cursed, and through our own selfish nature, we were mutated, changed. The jealousy inherent in every red blood cell led to a brother killing a brother in haste. So now, we walk forever. As Cain did, we die forever. And we will never know the compassion Abel was capable of in punishment for our hubris. We will hide among them, acting like sheep, waiting for the moment the vein is exposed. We will call ourselves kindred and those we eat kind. We will convince ourselves that power is tangible after death and that to kill is human. We will build towers in our own name in an effort to build something that will outlast our pain. We will lie, buy, cheat, and steal until the only thing left is a shell of what we once were. We will kill our darlings. Welcome to Vegas by Night. Las Vegas has always been home to the lost. Formed into every slab of concrete used to construct the modern-day kingdom in the desert was an unexplainable love for the broken, the bad, the fleeing masses of the world. If you were broke and destitute, the city promised a life of luxury if you only pulled the right lever. If you were rich and lacking in any moral proclivity, this was a haven for your darkest desires, your worst wishes, where you could truly see the expanse of your own power. If you were on the run from a version of yourself you no longer wanted to see on the other side of the mirror, a name that no longer exists, an address that only returns to sender. Las Vegas would open its gates and embrace you with its loving arms, only to loot your wallet the second your back was turned. In this way, Las Vegas has always been a vampire, feeding off those seeking haven, taking from a herd it promised a life to, and subsisting off the corpse of a dream that is already dead. That's what drew the kindred here. It drew Howard Hughes and Ellis Iverson so long ago, then Benedict and the Rothsteins in the 80s, Arthur Coste at the turn of the millennium, and finally Prince Aloysius Grant. It brought leagues of the world's most ambitious kindred to establish a life in a den of sin, a place where the city never truly slumbered through the night, where a stranger is always a friend, and the blinking lights of neon signs only offered safety. The city now sits in the state of torpor, a gridlocked moment of gritted teeth. The former administration of the kindred's political giant, the Camarilla, have been all but eradicated from the city's face in the wake of a very public assassination of their previous prince, Arthur Coste. It only meant for a Pyrrhic victory, though, on the side of the Anarchs, headed up by Ellis Iverson. The death of a prince causes an attention unlike any kindred has ever seen, and soon the force of power that every kindred fears was laying wake to the city in a string of firestorms. With both sides retreating to bolster forces, a strange, unspoken truce entered into Vegas's politics, and the desert began to calm. But away from the mind of ever-living kings, a smaller world still breathes at the street level of Vegas. Far from the penthouse view, all manner of Vegas's own begin to rise. Tourists and gamblers, showmen and fighters, the starlets and sex workers, the junkies and prophets all move through the strip to try and scrape a living out of what's left. And even lower, the lowest, some would say, the childer look up at a city that could one day be theirs. For now, our childer, our coterie, are far from the neon gates. In an unmarked vehicle provided by a Camarilla representative, Santos, one half of our kindred, are on their way via the I-12 and I-70 on a 20-hour round trip to meet on the outskirts of Denver, Colorado, at the dreary trappings of an old warehouse by the name of Golden Shipping Limited. To begin, I'd like to introduce myself and the cast. I'm Caleb James Miller, and today I'll be your storyteller. If we could start with Aaron, please.
Oh, sorry. I'm Aaron, and I'm playing Enoch.
I'm. Is it me now?
No, go.
No, you're already there.
Okay, I'm Allegra, and I'm playing Mal.
I'm Amanda, and I'm playing Allison.
I'm Eli, and I'm playing Niles.
I'm Sergio, and I'm playing John Burrows.
I'm Vince. I will be playing Ragel.
I'm Zach, and I will be playing Sybil.
This is to be their first step in a long journey to understanding who they are. All of them untested, afraid of what they've become, and only barely initiated into their current cursed state. This is the beginning of the end of Vegas by Night. Now we start in this car. You're heading down I-15 straight through to I-70, all the way from Las Vegas to Denver, Colorado. Those in the car are Eli, Sergio, Zakia, Amanda, and Aaron. Now, you've already had this day ahead of yourselves. You've spent the day in this car. Let's start with Sergio playing Burrows. Burrows, could you tell me how this last day with the rest of your shortly met compatriots has been? How have you guys made it through? How did the first leg of the journey go? You're now in your second night. Where did you guys bed down? How is the car? Just tell me anything you'd like to tell us about Burrows and his time in the last day, as well as anything we need to know about this situation.
Well, maybe we all give a little character description too. What do you think?
Sure.
For everybody. So Burrows is a gentleman in his... It's a little hard to tell. It looks like may have died at the age of 38 or 45. It's a little hard to tell because he's about 50 pounds overweight, has this kind of light, almost blonde hair, beard, lots of grays in it, and he wears a red Hawaiian shirt. Has these prayer beads around his neck, and he's got a bunch of rings on his fingers, but dresses in a shorts and flip flops. And he probably would have insisted on driving. He has his own vehicle. Is that something that he could have taken? Was his own vehicle?
Absolutely, yeah. Do you want to
Okay.
give us a description of
Yeah.
what this very overweight vampire grandpa in his beach shorts and prayer beads is driving around?
He's driving a baby blue Lincoln Town Car convertible. At night he'll lower the top, but obviously during the day that's not possible. Burroughs is a Ravnos, and I think that he probably would have asked some of the other local Ravnos in town what would be some good spots along the way towards Denver to stop at. I know that the Ravnos are, they have their hideouts and their stowaway places, so I think he probably would be aiming for those, and if we miss those, then we put garbage bags over the windows and spend the night in the car. But I think the first night we probably would have found a spot, an abandoned, gas station, or I like to think maybe there's an abandoned bowling alley because there's no windows in a bowling alley. Something like that. That was the first night, and Burroughs is a very friendly, outgoing guy, so the group by now either likes him or really finds him obnoxious.
I love that. We can work with the idea that you spoke with Dean, a member of the Vardo, the most important member of the Vardo clan of Ravnos out of Vegas, and he located some spots on a map for you. Let's assume that you have that map with you now. And I love this idea of you guys staying in a bowling alley. You found friendly lanes along the way that was in a two-shit town off the side of the I-15, and you spent the night there before moving on to your next part of the journey there. And as Burroughs said, he's a very charismatic guy, but maybe some of you have grown tired of the powder blue aesthetic on this old man. And I'm sure you've been playing music throughout this town car.
I've been playing a lot of music, been asking everyone about music, like almost as if he's been in a time capsule or something and is just like so curious about, what are the kids listening to these days, and just asking questions and things like that, being very chatty.
I love that. Perfect. So moving on to our next compatriot here, Eli, do you want to tell us a little bit about how Niles has been taking in this last day, some of the preparation that goes into it, and as much as we can know about Niles at this point?
Niles is probably been trying to keep to themselves most of the time. They have a raven with them, so they've been primarily just kind of like low-key talking to said raven, and it's been like squawking back at it, so they've just been kind of doing that thing. But for the most part, just absolutely just tucked in a corner, keeping to themselves. Niles is kind of like, now today's look is, because Niles kind of changes her look up, but Niles has like a mop of like messy hair that just kind of goes all over the place. A long like flannel jacket with like a tank top underneath, and just ripped up jeans and some boots. She's just been like lazy and loud about, like, once we're in like the bowling alley, just found a place to just kind of like kick up boots and just like slouch like heavy into a chair and just arms crossed, and just hanging out. That's pretty much what Niles has been doing.
I love that. Has Spoons, your raven, been cautious of this environment? Does it seem excited to be out here? What's the general feeling for both them and Niles?
The initial like traveling has been like bothersome. Like, it doesn't like to be contained in like a car moving. It would rather be out and about. But during like when we're resting, Spoons will like hang out for a little bit, but then we'll kind of like bounce around to the different members who are with us, kind of observing them and just looking. And then like might run outside do a perimeter sweep and eventually come back, and then seems to like just be like whispering, and Niles just kind of like talking to them once they return, and then they're like exchanging like conversation a little bit.
Absolutely. So flying down I-15 as fast as we can get it with the top down, gospel music blasting, a raven perching on each of your shoulders or occasionally dropping back, so we get this beautiful bird's eye view of six kindred or five kindred cutting through the desert into the night there.
I have Burroughs has a quick question for Niles. That thing potty trained? It's not going to shit on my car, right?
No, I mean, it won't shit on your car, I promise.
What's his name?
Spoons.
Nice to meet you, Spoons, and I'll just keep driving.
Gives like a weird like head nod.
Oh, with that out of the way, and the first two of what is eventually going to become an absolute shithouse of a convertible, with the bird and gospel music blasting through. Let's go to Sybil. Sybil, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Zakia, if you want to go through.
Yes. Sybil is probably the smaller, I think shorter person in the group. They have a collared shirt on pretty much always, and this like floofy jacket that does not match the tone of the shirt at all. But it is all giving raw stress for less realness. They have bleached, short-cut hair, dark red lip, and eyeliner that definitely was started and restarted, but is fine. They have been psyching themselves up for this trip for a very long time, pretty much from once they found out about it. It's been like planning about how good and perfect it's going to be, and then immediately getting in a car with gospel music and a whole bird has just completely thrown that out the window. I think Sybil is constantly mean mugging Spoons. I don't think they get along. And at first she thought she was going to have a problem with John because of just his overall vibe, but it is like Spoons is the nemesis. Yeah, I think that's it. They're still trying to like get 10 steps ahead of this part of the trip that is just driving. So they're like checking traffic and like looking ahead and looking behind all the time, but it's just the road.
I feel that there's a lot of concentrated silence in this car, that Burroughs fills the noise because he's so used to it. But for the most part, all of you are thinking about just how important this could be. Everything that I was on the other side of this. And that is no more true than for Sybil. This is Sybil's big moment, right?
Yeah, I think she's just counting variables.
I love that. Finally, to introduce into this car, the next part of this shit show, that exclusively comes in a pair. I won't tell who to go first, but Amanda and Aaron, if you guys would like to introduce your characters.
Speaking of quiet, that's not happening right now because you will be hearing a lot of ruffling and like, because Allison right now she's right now in the back straddling Enoch, and they're just making out, ignoring everybody else right now.
Perfect. I would like to know now who is sitting in the back with these two.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Your choices are
me.
the bird and the gospel singer, or the two that are now eating off of each other in the back seat there.
Literally.
Oh.
No, it's only the first one. Let's not. Yeah, we'll start off like there.
We'll assume they get the empty seat then. As for my two, could we get an idea of what Allison and Enoch look like, what they've spent the last day with, what they've been up to since leaving Vegas?
Well, I will let Enoch go into description of himself. Allison is I would say right now she is dressed very simply because of this mission. So she's not bringing her good gear. She's not bringing her good clothes. So, but we got a leather pants and a simple black t-shirt because, you know, hides the blood and you can throw it away better. Doesn't matter. But her little makeup kit and hair stuff is already in the trunk. And frankly, she is a little, she's a little bit, she tried to take over the music, but they kept, like, that other Christian music was just too much. So she just said, fuck it, literally. And it's just making out with Enoch. So, like, I would think of it like a high-end kind of society, like reality Kardashian kind of character. That's Allison for you.
Love it. Enoch, you want to tell us a little bit?
Yeah, so when Enoch isn't busy, he is
busy.
kind of just, you know, staring out into space, not looking anybody in the eye. It's like if someone's, you know, trying to like address him or make like a social lock on him, he kind of just looks through them, not at them. And he's a taller, kind of gaunter guy, dressed in a black on black Prada suit. That's all messed up. Like it's not like it was nice maybe 2 days ago, but it hasn't been changed in a while. So it's like got ruffles in it. Some of the buttons have like fallen off and are undone. And his hair is kind of like the same way. It looks like it was done up nice maybe like 2 days ago, but now it's all just kind of like frizzy and messed up.
Beautiful.
Mostly due to current actions, that's why. But yes.
Yes, of course. He's busy. He's been working, accomplishing things in this car. Our powder blue convertible is rushing down this I-70 road. On the way through, we've had this long leg of journey. It's a 10-hour trip, so that first night you had to have accomplished a sheer amount just to get through Utah and moving towards Colorado itself. Along I-15 through I-70, right? You stayed in your bowling alley, and it seems as though there hasn't been a lot of conversation outside of Burroughs asking for music taste and Enoch and Allison accomplishing what they've been accomplishing. But now we're closer to the end of this first 10-hour leg. We are approaching into Colorado, just on the outskirts of Denver. We are just about arriving at our destination. The car is speeding through. Is there any conversation in the car? There's nerves. You can feel in your chest. You don't feel anymore, but sometimes there are these twinges of that other voice that lives in the cavity of what your body once was, and they feel for you. And you can hear that voice inside of you, that person that is also there with you, is very excited over the prospect of what could be on the other side, the horizon of Denver. But what's happening in this car?
I think as we're passing through Utah, Enoch will probably mention at some point that sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. So sorry. I'm a little nervous.
As we all are.
But I think he'll probably at some point take a break from what's going on with Allison. I assume they kind of tire out at some point temporarily.
No, she's
temporarily.
being a bitch.
Okay.
I shut you off. You're annoying me now.
But he probably he makes some remark about Joseph Smith and false prophets and how weird it is here.
And there is a huge amount of that Mormon population in Vegas. You've just come from the old Mormon fort, a huge population that rims out the locals of that community in Nevada. So you guys are all vaguely familiar of the Mormons and their prophets and their goals, and all of it seems very futile now that you've experienced what you've experienced, or maybe it feels the opposite, more important than ever.
The pious ones taste extra good.
What does that mean?
Speaking of tasting good, driving through Denver reminds me of, I used to do a lot of tours through Denver. Y'all ever been to the, what's it called? The Coal Mining Company, I think is the name of it. You ever been to that restaurant? There's a place in Denver
No.
that does something called the Fool's Gold Loaf. All right? And listen to this. It's a whole French roll They take a whole thing of peanut butter and they put on one side. They put a whole thing of jelly on the other side, and in the center is a pound of bacon. It's real good.
Okay. No, I was
And this is some kind of cry for help.
No, it's a delicious sandwich. I was gonna suggest that we go after we finish whatever the hell it is we're up to.
no.
Do you still eat food?
Yeah, don't you?
No.
No, not really.
Oh,
I
I
was
feel
gonna
so
say.
bad for you two. It's
Oh, so you do eat
oh,
food?
absolutely.
I
I just like that's too much though. That's if you're gonna do it, you do it delicately. Like get chocolate. Give me
But what's
it's
the point of
quality.
being dead if you can't eat all the good
you
stuff now?
eat the quality. But don't eat trash. I mean, you're gonna get a steak. Don't get like McDonald's. Ugh.
Well, you're gonna be rethinking that steak once you have this
no.
fool's gold loaf. I'm telling
Let
you.
me tell you. Let me take you to another place. It's near the Four Seasons. That's where we need it. All right. That's where the best stuff is. Gazpacho.
Not to sort of think outside the bun of this conversation, but what if we just did the job and then went home?
Oh, you
Kinda
gotta
like that
celebrate a
idea.
little bit, Sybil.
I'm celebrating by going home.
You do realize that we are being watched and examined. You might as well just show and relax.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine, even if we execute this exactly the way I hope that we will, they're watching us and we stop at this. I don't even remember what you called it. My brain is just telling me slop.
Gold mine company.
Thank you. And we just have this crime sandwich. If we had a perfect score, that would bring us down at least a letter grade, right?
You're being too hard on yourself. I don't
Do
think so.
realize.
I mean, how
that
would they even know?
It's not all a test.
How are they watching us right now?
Because they are.
Yes.
Who cares? Why are you asking questions? You just go and you just do it. And remember, it's all politics too. So, and if you're just this fuddy-duddy, they're not going to talk to you.
All right. Well, drop me off. I don't want to be seen or associated with this place.
All right. Well, where are we supposed to go anyway? Something about the McCarran Airport, right? Or outside of it or something?
I
Okay.
thought we were
Oh no! My contact works out of the McCarran Airport.
the
We're heading
shipping.
to. I'm looking here. Golden Shipping Limited.
Yes.
And you
Just
guys
say
know
something.
you're about 10 minutes away from that location now.
But yeah, I remember there
Almost
being
there.
a roadside phone supposed to get a hold of
Mm,
for
Mhm.
further instruction. Very mysterious.
they still have those things.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think we'll drive towards that phone we're supposed to meet at.
Perfect. Okay. So, I just, before we continue in with arriving at this place, I want to make sure that we establish some things for ourselves. Let's establish hunger for ourselves. So, since we spent the last day without feeding, we're going to start at a 1. And we'll start there for a base of everyone. Let's assume that when you left Vegas, you had a meal, understanding where you're going to be now. But let's establish whether over the last 2 days you've gained something. Hunger. I would like you all to commit your first rouse check. I would take 1 d10, doesn't matter which. You're going to roll it, and if you have a success, you are not gaining hunger. If you have a failure, you are gaining 1 hunger. A success is anything above a 6. Failure is 6 and below.
So that means we go. If we fail, we go from 1 to 2.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
good thing I succeed then.
I'm
Ditto.
going to 2.
I rolled
Beautiful.
a 1.
Oh, someone
Okay.
real hungry.
So that critical failure won't earn you anything other than the shame and the extra point. So I believe that Niles and Burrows will move from hunger 1 to hunger 2. Is that the only of us that need a bite? As
So-
well as Sybil.
Hunger too.
Perfect. Okay, so what that means, of course, is that whenever we take dice pools, whenever we're pooling for success, you're going to replace however much you have in your pool with however hungry you are. So Burroughs has 2. If he has a pool of 4, you replace 2 of those healthy dice with 2 of those hunger dice to form your 4.
Got it.
For people watching for the first time, if you've never played through V5, all the hunger dice mean is that they're now open to what we call messy criticals and bestial failures. Messy critical means that we succeed very well, almost too well, and a bestial failure means we fail to the most possible answer. So moving forward, we've established our hunger. This is beautiful. We, before too long, as you're taking as much value as the night will allow, you pull from I-70 and take the back routes that the GPS is barking at. And chase down the full moon out in the sky as you turn down road after road of darkly service streets. Eventually, with the scenic view of Denver on your side, you pull up to a monolith caught against the side of a hill. A massive shipping warehouse that forms a complex surrounded by barbed chain link fencing. The warehouse is large and empty, with a series of bay doors where the trucks load bright and early come dawn. A dawn you will never see again, and a life you'll never know. Something the world doesn't tell you is that places we create can die too. This one has passed over, leaving behind empty limbs and for lease signs, broken fencing, and detached CCTV cameras hanging like eyeballs free from sockets. The goalpost of a guard's check-in stand stands limp and half-snapped, and the shack itself vacant. The parking lot beyond is completely empty, and only a single parking lamp still flickers at the far end against the warehouse itself. To the right of the shack is a spotlighted yellow roadside assistance phone, whose casing already swings open with the breeze, and this big spotlight zooms in on it and highlights it against the road. You're here.
Who's making the call?
Do we
I'll
have
go.
to call, or somebody's calling us?
I'll go up and
We have to wait for the call.
That's weird.
Parked long enough. Eventually, with the case still swinging side to side, the phone begins to ring off of its rest.
Allison,
I'll go for it.
As Allison goes up, Burroughs is going to turn to Enoch and just go, she's a feisty one, huh? Okay.
Could I have heard that?
I wouldn't have tried to make it obvious for her to hear, but
If I did, I'm gonna literally, as I walk past, smack the ass and then kept walking as I picked up the phone.
Owie.
There you are.
There
You
go.
move to the phone, and on the other side, through this crackling, crunchy radio static, you hear some waiting music through the audio speakers. Smooth jazz, just for a moment. You're waiting underneath this vast spotlight, and eventually, on the other side, the line picks up and stays completely silent a moment. You all say,
You rang.
are you the new licks that the Neon City sent for me?
That would be correct.
Perfect. I want you to pull up to the second loading gate in reverse. Back up to the door, open the trunk, wait for the door to follow. Don't make any sudden movements unless you want me snorting lines off your ashes.
Fair enough. Backing up to the second dock. Open the trunk. Sit our asses. Wait till something happens to the door.
I will follow those instructions and do exactly as told.
You roll through this dark parking lot. You back up the trunk of the powder blue convertible town car that we've brought in. And as you level the reverse back into this bay loading doors, you feel that slight incline as you're coming in. And the bay doors open immediately. As soon as the door is open far enough 2 feet in, you can see the barrel of a bullpup submachine gun leveled at all of you. Are there any reactions as the barrel of this gun shows itself immediately?
No.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna get like really small, like
Enoch's just
Tucks-
standing there
tucks
completely
spoons away.
calm.
I think
You hear.
I'm
Go
cleaning my
ahead.
nails.
for a moment, Sib looks at the steering wheel, just in case, because that's immediately go. But refrains.
The gun does not fire. It stays watching, sentry position against all of you, and you could hear that gruff voice on the other side say, "You're all gonna crawl inside on your bellies. And if you've got any firearms, weapons, anything you brought with you, you're gonna toss them to the side, and then I'm gonna strip search you."
Oh,
Crawl. This is a new shirt, man. Really?
what's
You
your
have a
safe
blanket?
word?
Welcome to Denver. Get the fuck inside.
Weird choice, but okay.
John, do you have a blanket?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think I got some trash bags in the back there. Want to lace them down?
This is why, Knock, I told you not to wear Prada. And I'm going to go ahead, get down, and just crawl.
I will follow suit.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume we're all crawling inside then?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Like damn worms.
Greeting you on the other side as you're sort of wheeling yourself inside and the door shuts behind the last of you is a bullpup submachine gun poised at the entrance and wielded by a mountain of a man. He's dressed in black sneakers, joggers, a Gucci belt, a white wife pleaser, and a big blue car coat. He's a dark-skinned man with a shorn head and a pair of gaiters sunglasses. He's completely bald, save for a goatee that's grown over enough that he's beaded turquoise jewelry into the tangles. At his side, in a holster, is a machete he carries openly. You can imagine him easily as a bouncer outside the club or a football coach at the minors level, but that was long before his skin turned that ash gray and his disposition sharpened at the canines. Now he's just an apex predator. He's looking over all of you. Who was the first one through the gate there?
Probably.
It was Allison, right?
Yeah.
So Allison, he goes to pick you up from the floor and rise you to your standing position. Is there any retaliation?
No, I'd be just like, "Ugh, at least take me out for dinner first."
With his intense strength, he lifts you free from the ground so that for a moment you're floating 2 feet from the surface, and then he stands you down with enough force that your ankles bounce as they land. He then aggressively strip searches you for any weapons, wires, and checks your belly for cabling, for any taps. He
While
proceeds
this
to
is
do the
happening,
same.
I will be doing like, oh yeah, right there, a little to the left. I'll
Look,
just
would
do
you
it.
calm your fucking shit and stand over there, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I making this awkward?
Who the fuck are you people? He moves on to the next one. He's going to go down the line, strip searching each of you. Is there any sort of retaliation from any of you as they're putting through?
I'll probably be a little weird about it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Especially if somebody picks me up.
He grabs you by the collar as soon as he shows that sort of restriction between the two of you, and he says, "Look, it's going to be a lot faster, a lot better for your fucking life if you just sit there and take it, yeah?"
I'm just like squirming, but not looking him in the eye at the same time. It's like, man, I just don't like. Do you have?
Beautiful.
Burroughs kind of tries to help them a little bit, and like, calm down, man. If anything, it's that Raven you got to look for. He's the one that's strapped.
Excuse me? Anybody ask you to fucking talk, old man? I think Gunsmoke's on. You want to go fucking watch that? Sit in the fucking corner. You wait your turn.
I think the one thing, Enoch doesn't offer any resistance necessarily, but after watching him pat down Allison, he flips from being somewhat jovial to staring the guy stone cold in the face, and he's not breaking eye contact with him the whole time. Just aggressive, menacing stare.
This 6'6" linebacker of a man continues to walk through each of you. He does meet your gaze, Enoch. Is this an intimidation that you are trying to make him feel, or is this a warning?
I just want him to know that I know who he is.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and give me a manipulation plus intimidation.
This is not going to go well.
Oh, I hope you have that.
This is I'm sorry. This is Orpheus rules, right?
Yes, so you're going to build a pool. You're going to take however many dots you have in manipulation and then however many you have in intimidation. Roll that all together. Anything above a 6 is a success. Just tell me how many successes you have.
So that's no successes.
God bless. God bless America. Happy 4th of July. Support the troops. He meets your gaze. And you can see these bright orange irises behind those gaiters as he peeks them down against his nose, and he openly laughs at you. You don't like me touching her?
I don't like you in general.
That's okay. I'll keep that in mind. In fact, maybe I'll let everybody know. He steps back. He looks at everyone.
That's a bold statement.
It's nice to meet you all. I'm Sheriff Devon of Denver. I was sent by Prince Rembrandt as a representative of the Denver Camarilla. I am here to make sure that you receive a package and then 2 cases to go along with it. Now, it is of the most imperative business that you ensure that this package makes it back to Las Vegas. That is twofold. 1, your filthy, grubbed lives are on the line. If you die on the road, they will find a way to make the rest of you die too. If you got any last living vestige of something you love in this world, they will find it and they will kill it. And twofold, the Camarilla needs it, so you're gonna fucking deliver. Are we clear? And he waves that bullpup machine gun like a talking stick, like he's giving a TED Talk.
Crystal.
Beautiful. Somebody gets the fucking answer. I say yes, you say yes. That's all. Now, this situation is getting out of hand. Everything that's happening here in Denver has hit critical mass. And this needs to get back from Prince Rembrandt to Prince Grant. And if it doesn't, it'll be your heads. But the other 2, I could give a shit. And he goes to move out to this big shipping container. And to give you an idea of what this room looks like, you're staring at a sparsely filled, huge storage racks that line in aisles across the entire way. There's shipping wrapped in cardboard and then shipping tape on top of that. Directly across from you, past the rows of storage, are these double doors leading into what you can assume is the lobby of the warehouse and then the main entrance. Just past that is a second wing of bay doors. You can spy a foreman's office on this sort of scaffolding catwalk up to the second floor. And there are huge, big skylighted windows that feed out of the ceiling in diagonal A-frame style, and windows that line the walls, one each side of the warehouse. You imagine this would be a terrible place to see the sunrise. But at least Devon has shielded the nearest panes to you. You can see he's put up these cardboard sheeting and then garbage bags that have lined through, and it seems he's been holding up in here for a while. He's taped through the first layer completely. But he moves over, and from one of the big storage racks, he pulls these huge, think like Indiana Jones level wooden crates that are huge, like 7 feet, 4 feet tall, that he pulls out in front of the lot of you. And the strength on this man is massive. He is moving these with 0 to no problem, one-handed, and then he grabs the other and just sort of drags them out there with this big push as they collapse right in front of you. He comes over.
I got a big car, but my car ain't that big. And I point to these giant crates that he's pulling out.
Oh, don't worry, these aren't going with you. We're keeping them here. You're just taking what's inside. And he goes
what's in there?
To the side. He pulls out that machete. He goes over to the crates. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'll show you exactly what's inside. Come over here, old man.
Nate Burrows.
Come over here, old man.
I'll walk over.
He hands out the machete to you in hand. He says, you just pull at those nails right there. You can see for yourself.
I look at it. I look at him, devilishly, and then I'll give it a hack.
Yeah, you hack through, you break through, and the wood is sort of like pallet wood. It shirks immediately. It breaks off the side. You can sort of pull back at the nails then, and these facing nails come free. And you can see that there's all of this packing material on top, but moving across this sort of shredded paper packing material, you find that inside is this big steel engraved coffin. That looks like it has 3 indents across the center that almost would hold like they're like little rings of indentation 2 inches deep that might have held something before, it doesn't now. And then on the center is this long, elaborate ankh that Burroughs is representative of the Camarilla seal. You've never seen anything like this, but Devon gives you a look that says, "Go on, open it."
Yeah, I'll take the final pieces off, and you said it's like a steel coffin?
Steel casing, there's like a latching off the side, think like a steel coffin. It's pretty easy to unlatch and then pick up if you would like to.
If anybody else wants to get a look, I'll unlatch it and open it up.
I'll take a look.
Absolutely. You pull this back, you push it over, and the steel casing sort of slides right over. The 2 of you are strong. You've been given that immortal, undead strength, and it shows as the steel collapses off to the other side, and there's this big clang throughout the warehouse. And then it's as if every light is zoning in on the surrounding of all of you around this steel coffin. And inside, perfectly still, shocked beyond all belief. Vince, do you want to describe Rigel and what he looks like?
I do. Yeah. He is looks to be in his early 30s. Pale skinned, obviously. Probably 5'11", about 180 pounds. You can see kind of dark brown, almost black hair kind of curling out from beneath this wash cap he's wearing on top of his head. Green eyes. Black hoodie, definitely a smell to him, a smell of old water, of must, of the outdoors, and looking absolutely fucking shocked that this is to be looking up at you people.
Like we opened the thing and you're just there, like eyes wide open.
Yeah, like almost immediately. I'd say almost immediately, like as if he was waiting for a fight. He shoots up out of the coffin.
Yeah, I think I'd back up.
What
Rigel,
the fuck?
What kind of mouth?
This ain't no Tutankhamun.
For the record, we don't have room for that either.
I don't know what to fucking tell you. You got to take him back to Prince Grant too.
Hope you like the trunk.
This is going to be very important. How do you feel about Prince Grant? Just to decide how we proceed from here?
You asking me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know who the fuck Prince Grant is.
Perfect. We're going to be fine. We're just here to take you to another location.
Are you going to take the other one too?
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, there's 2.
Now wait a minute. Is there another one of these jumping beans in the other one?
Well, I'd assume. I don't know why they give me 2 coffins to leave one empty.
Well, let's get them the hell out of there, man. They can't just be sitting around.
I don't give a shit.
Working on opening up the other crate and eventually open up the other coffin.
Through that coffin, Mal, would you like to tell us what you look like, what you're going through?
Yeah, Mal is, I'm gonna start off by saying non-binary people don't owe you androgyny. But that being said, this is the most androgynous person you've ever seen in your fucking life. They have, like shaggy, short, dark hair, makeup that looks like it's been smeared over however long they've been in here and probably before that. They've got a bunch of earrings in their ear. They're wearing a kind of like burgundy crop top, long sleeve, under a mesh white shirt with like gold stars all over it. And Regel. Sorry, will you say your name again? I always say it wrong.
Yeah, Rigel.
Rigel, thank you.
Yeah.
Where Rigel was up and ready for a fight immediately, Mal is stone cold, doesn't move, just blinks up at them.
That's because I knocked before I opened it.
Is there a door open? Like, is that bay door still open or is it closed?
Bay door is shut. So, and Devon is sort of in the way of that exit that he set up for your car there. There are double doors behind you, and it looks like you could make a clear break for it. The only person in your way would probably be Burroughs.
Oh yeah, Regel takes off.
Absolutely.
He's booking it. He's booking.
You
Wow,
make
that didn't take long.
for the door. Go ahead and give me a dexterity plus athletics roll to see if you can outrun any pursuers.
Can I chase after him?
Yeah, are we supposed to go
Absolutely
after him?
you
I'll go
can.
after him.
That's a
Sure.
beautiful pool.
Let me
That's a
get
beautiful pool.
contested dexterity athletics between Rigel, Niles, and from Enoch as we have this chase ensue.
You'll be fine. It's one success. Out of
We'll
two
see.
possible.
Successes. Do I
Yeah.
get anything special if I roll a 10?
If you get 2 10s, that's a critical. It counts for 4, but 1 10 is
just
just
Three
success.
successes.
With a combined 5 successes and Rigel's unfortunate 1, he makes it through the double doors. How are you guys catching him?
I'm pouncing on him.
Okay, that works.
Perfect. Both you and Enoch catch up. Niles, you collide with your chest, running straight into Rigel. And Rigel, it's like you've been hit by a linebacker. You
Yeah.
collide into the double door. The glass breaks out the other side, and you both sort of collide to the floor. And you can see this gaunt individual in a perfect Prada suit that has seen better days standing over you as this strong person is on top of you, pinning you to the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna put like a hand on his throat to make sure he doesn't move.
Thanks for playing. It's more fun this way.
As we said, we are here to transport you to another location. We would like if you would cooperate. It would ensure all our survival, right? Question?
In all of this chaos, Caleb, I want to try and use Shadow Cloak to disappear.
Oh, yes.
This is how we're starting this?
Immediately.
Beautiful.
Look, we made it more than half an hour. That was
Yeah.
that.
Well, why do you think I split you all up? There are plenty of shadows in this place, and you don't know much about what you are, but there is this instinctual power in you that every time something starts to go wrong, it asks you, suggests to you, talks to you to disappear, and that voice comes again in your chest. Now, go away. And you can feel that shadow cloak start. I do not believe the shadow cloak resolves the rouse. Let me double check on that. Do you know if it requires anything?
I don't think so. I only have like the short
Totally fine.
version of it. Let me look at it again. Hold on.
I do not believe you need a rouse.
I don't think it does.
You-
I just add 2 dice to stealth tests and the same amount to intimidation.
Beautiful. So you are basically vanishing into the shadows. What does this look like for now?
I think they got really comfortable in the darkness, and it was very safe and almost better. And so as soon as the light is on, they're looking for the darkest place they can go. So I think as the shadow, it's almost like the shadows encroach on any light that it is and start to swallow them up and then recede as they fall back with it.
When Burroughs looks back to the coffin and they're gone, he goes, the coffin cutie's gone. Start looking around.
So I believe we can do a contested perception check if you guys are actively looking for the one that disappeared.
Yes.
So let's do Mal, whatever you're pooling in cloak against their wits, and
Aaron's got something to say.
Oh, go for it, Enoch.
Can I, when I see them disappear, can I just do Auspics, sense the unseen?
Sure, absolutely. So when you sense the unseen, how does that work mechanically? Do you do a pool? Let's check that out.
Sorry, I should know off the top of my head.
No,
how
you're
it works.
fine. We're all
Right.
learning. I'm glad we're getting a little showcase.
And Caleb, when I roll Oblivion, I roll the 2 dice that I have in the dots and then stealth.
Yes, or whatever it tells you to off that. It gave you a dice pool, right?
It didn't. It just said I get +2 to stealth tests.
Yes. So you're going to roll the dots in cloak and then stealth,
Okay.
and then you get a +2 to it.
So, okay, sorry. Is that +2 dice in the pool, or is that just +2 to a die roll?
+2 dice in the pool.
Baby. Oh, and did Ragel and I have different hunger than everyone else because we've been trapped in boxes?
Yes, you are at hunger 3.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, fun.
All right.
We're all a little hungry.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I feel like the kid who was like, "You forgot to give us homework." All right. I have 4
just says-
successes.
So it says that I can detect.
You can
the
make
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll say you don't even have to roll for this because you were already aware of them before. So you can see where Mal has appeared in the room there. But the others are subject to whatever we have from Mal there. Mal, what's your pool? How many successes we got?
I had 4 successes. 2 of them were on the hunger dice.
Brutal. Okay. 4 successes. Sybil and Burroughs, did we have... let's do wits and awareness to see if you can see them too. Or
Wits.
anyone else that would like to see them. Allison, if you'd like to get in on that.
Sure.
Wits and awareness.
Nothing in that. All right, here we go.
Oh boy. We're gonna be
Is this a situation where I'm rolling my hunger die alongside?
Yes. So
Yeah.
every time we make a pool, that hunger die comes in.
All right, so 1 success with my normal die and 2 successes with my hunger pool.
Okay. So a 3
Total
success.
3.
Unfortunately, you cannot see Mal. They've completely disappeared. The shadow cutie, as you put it, is gone.
Caleb, if I get 1 success, but one of the failures is like a 4 and it's a hunger dice, what is that?
That is
like...
okay. It just means that we only had 1 success.
Okay.
The failures do not kill off your successes. You
Cool.
just count your successes.
Oh, then 4 successes.
4 successes.
One.
Beautiful. So you can see Mal. You've just sort of followed this moving shadow that is shirking around the room and chasing into more of that darkness. And Mal is visible to you as this big black looming shadow.
You know we can see you, right?
Last chance.
I mean, if you think about it, it's just gonna get dragged out. We want to go.
We don't have all night.
Allison,
Either
can
do
I
you-
go get him?
You got until 5.
We come in
One.
peace. We're not going to hurt you or nothing. We're just trying to get you from one place to another.
Oh yeah, you come in fucking peace. You've got
Hey.
fucking Magilla the gorilla over here with a fucking SMG leveled at everybody. You're
Hey,
threatening
what
to
the
put me in a
fuck?
fuck you. You're threatening to put me in a trunk.
This is the first time we met this guy.
Where's the
Same,
miss?
same
No
first time
offense.
meeting you.
Fuck
Hey, it was
this
pointing
guy.
that thing at us, too.
Fuck this guy.
No, fuck you.
Not you, him.
Oh,
All right. We
Yes.
we need
I
to
don't
be
have nothing
more.
against you.
5 seconds.
I'm climbing up the tallest fucking pillar of boxes I can find.
Don't climb.
lady, hey, you need to fucking run. Get the fuck out of here.
I wouldn't do that.
So
Already
let me
on 'em.
get a dexterity and athletics from Mal as they begin to climb the sides of these aisles. Devon shouts out to all of you, I don't care where the fuck you're going, you gotta get out of here, because in a matter of minutes, we're gonna have people fucking crawling on this place you stay here any longer.
What is that supposed to mean?
Shit.
It means exactly what it fucking means. Denver's been burning for weeks and you people are standing around. Who the fuck did the prince send me?
As
We're in
Burroughs-
fucking Denver? I was in Louisiana.
Fuck Louisiana. You're in Denver now, baby. Burroughs.
Okay.
As Burroughs is like fed up with this, he starts walking to his convertible and he says, anybody wants to head to Vegas, jump in. Otherwise, sunrise is in T minus, and I'll say however long, an hour or something.
Beautiful.
Jump, and I'll get in the car, turn it on, and I'll wait for him to start lifting that gate.
Actually, I'm gonna start heading towards the car. But the one who touched me inappropriately, where is he at?
He is standing just by those safes that Rigel and Mal were kept in. He's standing perfectly still, that submachine gun's down at his side. He looks more like he's at a daycare than he is aggressive in any form or fashion. He's staring up at the one up there.
I'm gonna like to pass him and like kind of like run my finger down his arm to see if I can get him to lock eyes with me.
Okay.
Because I would like to try to mesmer him.
Okay. Yeah, let's fucking do this.
Okay.
So he'll absolutely look at you as you trail your finger around him, and he looks you square in the eye and he says, "What the fuck is this?" So let's build a mesmerize pool.
Yes, please.
So it should tell you under mesmerize what you will be building.
Yeah, commanding a resistant victim or another vampire is a contested manipulation, dominance, or intelligence plus resolve.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this is definitely the manipulation version of that. So you're gonna build, what was that? Manipulation and what?
It was manipulation plus dominance. I'm like, where is
Okay,
dominance?
so go in. It's your discipline. So if you go down to discipline, it should tell you how many dots. You have 2 dots in.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've got a pool of whatever your manip is plus 2.
Okay. It's actually pretty decent. Oh, hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah! Oh, sorry. I have my cat on my lap. I have 4 successes.
Nice.
Beautiful. 4 incredible successes. Are any of those 10s? Are we good to go? We're no 10s there?
I have like 3 9s.
3 9s, okay. So he stares you straight in the eyes. You have done this before, Allison. What does this mesmerization look like to you? How have you turned people in the past?
The best way is Allison's eyes. They actually have, when she does this and she puts the intention, like her irises kind of have like almost like a pearl, like reflective kind of like a light that kind of gets them memorized, and it kind of, and a little slightly swirl, so it's like that little hypnosis a little bit. So it's like a little bit of like that light pearlish swirling kind of light that you can't just help but just kind of fall into.
So as this optical illusion zones in, as he starts to feel that pearl, go ahead.
When I give the command, I don't I'll do it through, like it's all in his head. So once I kind of do that, I'm going to be like, I want you to swallow your tongue.
Ooh.
And choke on it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to take the machine gun and then walk away.
Okay. Are you waiting to see if this works, or are you going straight for the...
No, I know it worked.
Go ahead and roll a strength plus brawl to try and take that submachine gun.
Must it always go this way?
Oh boy. Start with guns ablazing as we drive away.
This is classic us, to be fair.
Start with Mal as soon as this is resolved.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Against a literal gorilla.
I mean, the fact that it's all 666.
3 successes was your pool, correct?
Yes. Yes.
You take 4 points of superficial damage as he catches your wrist and snaps it. A clean break as the hand falls limp in front of you. Now, the healing factor on vampires, as you know, on Kindred are incredible, but the pain is immense as you can feel the wrist bone has absolutely snapped in both parts. Your hand looks more limp than it ever has before, and as you're staring at it, he grips it and brings your eyes back to his. He says, "If you ever try that again, I'm gonna make sure that you never see another fucking night, you piece of shit. Get in the car." And he throws you towards the bay doors. Not enough to throw you as he did the safes, but enough to tell you who you're dealing with. Going to Mal, climbing up the sides of these aisles.
3 successes, 1 messy, with 1 messy critical.
Okay, messy critical will only matter to us if we get 2 of them. So we're good to
Great.
go.
Then just 3 successes.
You clamber up the side like it's nothing. Mal, you're quick. You've always been quick. And even moving as this shadow, you make to the top easy as all hell. What's the plan now? You've got Burroughs, who has left the room entirely, threw open the bay doors and got into the blue powder convertible and is getting ready to go. Allison, who is nursing a lack of a wrist right now. Enoch, who is searching for you on the bottom level, and Sybil, who has joined that search. Niles, who has Rigel pinned to the floor as this mania has broke out across a series of people who believe they're the most powerful one in the room and are quickly learning that none of them are right. What's the move?
I'm continuing. I'm trying to like just skip from every tall stack just further into shadow so that I can kind of coalesce it around me and have a little bit of like shadow cast going.
Okay.
So that if anyone comes near, I can stop them.
You all see that there's this spectral, like, gas of shadow that drifts off Mal's arms and begins to coalesce around them. You've heard horror stories. You don't know much of the clans, but those of you who do, who have some awareness of the types of curse a vampire can have, you know that this is the one they don't talk about. This is the one that everyone is afraid to see on the other side of them. It is coalescing at the top of this. Enoch, Rigel, Sybil, Niles, any actions here before I move to Burroughs in the car?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I was going to ask if we have house lights anywhere.
The warehouse is lit. There are fluorescents that run the length of the aisles. It's still darkened off the sides, and you can tell that this is a derelict building. So whatever has been turned on, it was done by Devon, most likely. But there is absolutely light.
Okay. Then I think I'm just going to keep trying to reason with Mal and ask, do you have a plan other than to hide in the shadow? Because the sun is still coming. We're just trying to take you to a different place. You can be shifty and weird after we leave, but can we please focus on the mission? I'm Sybil, by the way. What's your name?
Go ahead.
I think with the reminder that the sun is coming and seeing that this is not a place we want to be when the sun comes up. Mal. I'm Mal.
Mal, nice to meet you.
And I slowly start using all the like root, tendril, vine things of shadow to sort of spiderweb my way down.
Okay.
And I'm not going to go all the way to the floor. I'm going to go like halfway up and just keep holding on.
Right. You drift halfway down this sort of parkour monkey bar down the side. And again, those shadows are starting to drift in these miasmic circles that enshroud Mal as they come. There have been stories, Sybil, of what this is, of who they are. Even more so, you remember Teresa telling you of where they come from, Sybil. This is a La Sombra, the Betrayer clan, the clan that took over the Sabbat and ruled the world in terms of hunting down every last elder. This is what happens when power goes unchecked. And you can see someone has coveted enough to order her halfway across the country and join you here. Moving from this situation as Mal starts to climb down, Enoch, Sybil, Niles, and Rigel wait for this sort of leveling at the floor. We go to Burroughs. Burroughs, do you have any sort of aspects or awareness? Is Burroughs the type of guy that knows what's going on?
Not really, no. He's got presence, he's got dominate, he's got animalism, but he's not paying special attention to much.
I just wanted to reaffirm that Burroughs is sort of an easygoing guy.
Yeah.
You can hear the chaos that is now happening in this warehouse as you're waiting for the get up and go. Devon clearly conveyed well enough to you that you need to be out of this place with what's happening in Denver, and you took that advice. What's happening in this car? What's going on in this car right now?
Turning it on, got the music on, and I'm as the gate is like lifting. It's not automatic. Do I have to lift it manually? It's one of those gates I got to lift up.
Yeah, definitely manually.
I'm just thinking. I throw it up, sit in the car, and I'm gonna count to 10. If nobody jumps in the car by 10, I'm out of here.
Okay. You're counting
Whoa.
to 10. You've got that gospel music on as it's starting to sing hymns through the radio.
Yeah.
Could you give me a, let's see. I know that there's some form of intuition in here. Yeah. Could you give me a wits and insight?
Wits and insight. Okay, I got some insight. I can make that happen. And I roll my hunger dice as part of this pool, or like separately, like add those.
So they're going to be a part of the pool there.
Okay,
so
got it.
just know which dice are
Yeah.
your hunger dice, and if they fail, we're in bad luck.
So, they're all above 6, so they're all successes. 3 successes.
Beautiful. So 3 successes. Burroughs is not at all the sort of person that notices when things are going wrong. And you already know that the warehouse itself has just gone completely to shit already. You're thinking of being in that meeting, sitting across from that man and hearing how important everything that is here is. And as you're considering just how much this could mean for you and for everyone else, that counter in your head starts to go off. 10, 9.
I think I'll start singing it. 10, 9, 8, 7, just so that everybody knows.
You get down to 1 with those beautiful pipes, and you're about to hit the key in the ignition when you see 2 SUVs in all black fly
What
through
the
the
shit?
guard post,
Oh, shit.
through the stack of basically flying through the shack that a guard would stay at through the front, peeling out through some barbed wire fences and parking into the side of this parking lot, just maybe 30 feet from where you're parked in the bay door. Now, the ramp that heads down gives you a nice little piece of cover, but you're not sure how long that's going to last.
And to be clear, let's say I were to back this vehicle directly up, would I go into the room that the rest of the group is in?
You would not. There is this sort of level where the trunk is level with the start of that bay door. Now, they could hop in if the bay door was open, but at this point of view, you would have to pull some fancy driving and jump through the door,
Yeah.
essentially. But you feel these SUVs peel in. It is by no means a subtle entrance, and they crash into a park. You can feel the squealing of the tires outside, and the doors open immediately. And you get a glimpse of 2 plainclothed cops with ties and suits on, with revolvers at their side, and then 4 people who pile out of each car. So just to put this in perspective, we're looking at about 10 people that have just peeled out of 2 SUVs. The people who are not your plainclothes cops are some sort of SWAT team, full riot gear, elbow pads, knee pads, full blacks, submachine guns in their hands, and jackbooted to the highest degree, and they're stepping out from the SUV. Back in the warehouse, Devon causes an uproar, looks to all of you as a tarantula begins to climb across the wall, and he points it out. He says, "Fuck, there's something wrong. Somebody's here. They fucking made us. We gotta get out now. Look, they don't know you're here. They know I'm here. I'm getting the fuck out of here." And Devon starts running for the double doors out the main entrance, past all of you. He books it past Niles and Rigel, unless you guys are stopping him. The briefcase still sits in the center of the room, past the two cases, the 2 safes, in which Rigel and Mal was held. But Devon is busting it.
Wait,
He's
Devon-
gone completely.
Wait, did he already left yet? No.
He's going for it. If you'd like to do anything before he leaves the room.
Isn't there like a bunch of like shrapnel from like the wood or anything nearby? 'Cause if
Absolutely.
That's the case,
There's pallet wood. There's the safes. Absolutely.
if possible, I would like to go ahead and take like one of them and like aim for the legs.
On Devon.
Yeah, let him fall. Let him get shot
Yeah,
up.
fuck
since
this
he's so
guy.
worthy.
Okay. Beautiful. Go ahead and build a pool off of dexterity and melee.
Okay.
You can do this.
Oh no, but I didn't say I was thinking right. 66. I don't know if that's an omen, but yeah, that's 2 passes, right? Yeah, 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you managed to stab him. And the piece of, you're trying to trip him?
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm better with that. Trust me, stab the bitch.
The piece of pallet wood goes clear through the joggers he's wearing off the side and collapses in through his thigh. Or I'm sorry, not his thigh, his calf, and you can see the jagged wood poking out the other side.
Oh, that looks like that hurts.
He looks to you, he says, "You fucking bitch, you're gonna die here." And he runs, completely unperturbed, past the doors.
Oh, I'm laughing at him.
Absolutely.
Fucking bitch, that's the best he's got.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is he kindred? And
Yes,
he's bleeding?
He
As he's running
introduced.
past me?
No, he's not bleeding.
Oh, he's not bleeding?
Yeah, it's just gone through.
Oh, okay.
Also, Sybil's gonna grab the briefcase.
Okay, absolutely. Sybil grabs the briefcase.
Good call.
Devon is making for the exit here. He's not sticking around. We come back to Burroughs. Burroughs, you have these cars outside. They've just parked in. They're made a lot of fucking noise, and they're primed and ready to go.
I mean, I have awe. I had the presence rating to any skill roll involved with persuasion, but I can't be persuading 10 of these dudes to fucking. I just can't waste any more time. I think I'll
sure as hell
probably.
try.
We gotta go.
I'm gonna call back to everybody. We got company, and I'm gonna hit into drive. And by the time these people reach the dock, if nobody's in my car, I'm driving. I'm going.
Okay. Yeah. You hear Burroughs bellow out through the bay doors, loud enough for you to hear, hopefully not loud enough for them to draw attention to the old man. He's calling for company on the other side. And it seems that Devon running out in the alternate route is coinciding exactly with whatever's happening here.
I'm gonna look at Rigel since I'm still like on top of him, and I'm gonna be like, look, I know you have like probably like a million questions or answers or whatever, but if you don't come with us, we're gonna die, and I'd really like to get in the car.
Yeah, fine. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna let him go, and I'm gonna head towards the car.
All right, you're throwing open the bay doors?
Who
Yeah.
you
Niles?
asking me or? Oh, okay.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
anyone throwing open the bay
Yeah,
doors?
I'm gonna try to open the bay doors. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you get them up open easy, and you see that on the other side, you can see what Burroughs is talking about, because as soon as the bay doors open, you can see the 2 SUVs who have been evacuated, and you can see the stomp of the SWAT team that is making immediately for the door. And you also see that 2 have ID'd you. And the 2 look immediately, they call out to the bay door. They see Burroughs and yourself out in the frame of the door, and they call throughout, out to the people in front and also into a radio off their side. We've got 2 blank bodies, ID'd. They're in the bay doors. We need to infiltrate. And there's movement there. They're going immediately for the main entrance, and then 4 are breaking off to the bay doors, and they look like they're primed, ready to shoot. Can I get 2 actions from my vampires first? Burroughs, Niles, any retaliation before the shots fire?
Can I
Shit.
Can I activate Cat's Grace?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you run into any balance situations or anything like that, you will have some added dice to the pool.
I hate to do this, but I have no other option. I'm gonna drive the car, and I'm gonna try to hit them,
Okay.
and then kind of come
Yeah,
to a
baby.
stop.
Absolutely. So we get Cat's Grace from Niles. We get a drive roll from Burroughs. Burroughs, go ahead and give me a dexterity plus drive. Take
Okay,
these
hopefully.
guys out.
I have to add one of my hunger die.
So what's your pool?
1.
So it'll just be your hunger die.
Okay. It's a 6. It's a success.
Okay, beautiful. So We will call this one. You only have a pool of 1 in dex
Well, I have
and
1 dexterity
drive.
and I've got 0 in drive.
Brutal. Okay. God bless America. If you would
Oh
like,
my god, I'm a better driver.
a
That's not
6
good.
is technically a failure. If you would like, you could use willpower to re-roll the dice.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. Is it just
Yeah.
1 willpower or 2? What does it cost?
1 willpower gets you 3 dice. Unfortunately,
nice.
you only have a pool of 1.
Fuck.
We'll,
All right.
we'll add
But I
the
can
other 2.
Are you
yeah.
sure, or can I do another 2 rolls?
You could do, yeah. We'll do the second, the latter. We'll give you
Okay.
3 re-rolls, essentially.
All right, so that's a failure. A 6 is another failure. Oh, 3 failures.
God bless.
Ouch.
You feel a compulsion, Burroughs. You can feel the shit hitting the fan. You can feel this all falling apart, and you can hear the prince's words echoing in your brain again. Just how important this is. And you feel that fire start to seep through your veins again. Ravnos is speaking to you, and that raven is running across your blood. It is telling you over and over and over again, Burroughs, drive through them and away, drive through them and away. You are compelled to follow this voice. But with that failure, you pull through up and around the ramp. You drive immediately for those jackbooted SWAT members, and they dive out of the way just in time as you peel through with that powder blue convertible, and dust and smoke starts to kick up in the parking lot, and you've made yourself incredibly known to these 10 people.
If I miss them, I will continue. Like, I'm not stopping. I'm still going. Just, my turn is over.
I see you whipping around and then driving out the other way and coming around for a second turn, whatever it may be. But you're Vin Diesel in the parking lot right now, for sure. Niles, it's about family. Drifting, episode 1.
On brand.
Niles, is there anything you would like to do in addition to Cat's Grace here in your reaction?
Did Burroughs offer like a way out, like enough distraction where I could like at least get out of this area?
I
Because
definitely think that they are focused on those the car that just sped through and tried to kill them. But there are about 6 other people who have not been a part of that sort of crash course, so you would definitely have to get around them. And they seem to, some of them are diverting for the double doors, but a lot of them have turned around to see this crash course and are trying to get in on that action. So it's easier to get by for sure. There's definitely more of a distraction, but there's still a lot of players on the field.
then I'm gonna try to keep trying to get towards Burroughs in the car. So if there's anybody who's like in my way, then I'm gonna try to like again like pounce on them and like try to or knock them to the side or off their balance.
Beautiful. So you're running for the car, and if anyone comes for you, you're taking them out as soon as you can. I want to this is a non-important question, but does anyone have a weapon?
Nope.
Just checking. Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity athletics there, Niles.
My body is my weapon.
Yeah.
I am a weapon, yeah.
These hands.
These hands are rated E for everybody.
There we go.
1 success, and one of those failures is on my hunger die.
Got it. Okay, I will keep that in mind. In terms of this, I'm going to use your dexterity and athletics also as your dodge roll for the inevitable submachine gun shots that are coming towards the both of you right now. So, building a pool. This is to see how well the both of you dodge. So both of you will take 4 superficial damage. So just to remind you how combat works in here, or at least health works for us, as the undead, we have 2 forms of health. That's superficial damage and aggravated damage. Superficial are things that would kill a human. Bullets, stabs, punches, big bludgeoning damage, right? Aggravated damage is what can kill a vampire. Fire, extreme amounts of damage, beheadings, things like that actually harm us, right? Superficial fills up and then becomes aggravated damage. So you have to take all of your health bar in superficial and then you begin to take aggravated damage after that. Are we all clear on that? So you basically got double whatever your health is, as long as you're not getting hit with aggravated damage. Now, if they for some reason start shooting fire bolts at you, we're in situations that are dangerous. Fire is immediate aggravated damage and drives the beast insane. It's a primordial fear. It's one of the things that the vampire films got right. So, you guys take 4 superficial damage, Burrows and Niles both. Niles, you can feel the bullets start to line up the right side of your leg as these submachine guns pop off in these bursts that climb up the side of you. And the pain absolutely is immense, but your body does not even flinch as you continue to run for the car. Burrows, your beautiful baby, powder blue, is getting a little more steel off the side as it chips the paint through. All of these bullets are going straight into the mainframe of this car. The chassis is taking a lot of hurt. And then through the window, you can feel as 6 bolts pepper your chest. And you're aware that if you were still living, you wouldn't be. But as you are what you are, you take them and just feel the fire begin to grow inside of you. You can hit them, you can run. Fuck the rest, Burrows. You never needed them. You're a solo act, baby. You were built for tours. You were built for yourself. Fuck these people. It's climbing in your chest. It's building in your chest to leave. We're moving on to the center of the warehouse. You feel as a door is kicked down in the other room. And as you are all standing in the center, Sybil has the briefcase. The rest of you are looking out to where Devon has just left. The tarantula off the wall has made its exit as well. And you are beginning to realize that you are in the middle of your second death if you do not act correctly. What is the move?
I'm Caleb. I'm gonna go ahead and actually do like my silence of death for obfuscate. And so basically what that means is I create no sound. I would have to, but I can throw things off and they can still see me, but they can't hear me. So I can at least start moving and around. And just so you know, my objective is to sneak through and take one of the other cars.
Okay, absolutely. So you're trying to get outside,
and I'm gonna go
the field,
right? And I'm
take
gonna
one of the SUVs,
right? And because it's like what you said that, was it like an indie where there was just like all those crates and all that? I'm gonna use all that to my advantage to get out.
Beautiful.
Second.
Okay, so Enoch, you're pulling the same thing. You're gonna try and sneak out with that silence of death. Suddenly, surrounding these two, any breathing you could hear off of them in the blush of life, or any movement, any sound of their footsteps, anything that they were giving off, the demonic black-clothed couple now suddenly vanishes from all audio and become this walking silence, this error on the audio file, this static in the air. And they walk on silent footsteps out into the bay doors out to the field where Burrows is fighting for his life and Niles is rushing to the car. Yes, Enoch.
As we're doing that,
yes.
I just want to look. I'm sorry, Allegra, I already forgot your character's name.
Mal.
I look Mal directly in the eyes and I say, "You're not the only one that can disappear there, Sir Anna," as I slunk off into the shadows.
I see. As you both have eliminated all sound on your bodies, you become much harder to detect. You move out into the field. Go ahead and give me a stealth and dexterity with 2 added to your pool. So whatever your stealth and dexterity is, add 2 to the pool.
Hell yeah.
Whoa. Out of 6
Oh, thank God.
dies, it's 2 successes.
Oh,
That's something.
okay. That is something.
Out of 5, I have 3 successes, and 2 of them are 10s, but one of them was the hunger dive for a 10, so I don't know.
That is okay. What you have there is a crit. So those 2 10s count for 4. So whatever your yes. So just add 2 successes onto whatever you have. What's your total?
In this game, does a 1 also negate a success?
No.
Okay, good.
It just means you didn't get it. The ones really only matter if there's only ones.
So wait, yeah. So because if 2 equals 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 5.
You had
3. Right.
2 10s and then however many successes on top of that, right?
Yeah, I had 2 10s and then 1 success. So
yeah,
that
so
would
a
be
total of 5. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so we move through with that. The couple are making their way for the field. Sybil, Rigel, Mal. What's the move?
Are we going? I feel like I don't have to convince you. Good?
Yeah.
Mal?
I'm already coming down.
Great. We're going. Rush on towards
So go ahead.
Go.
So what way? So we're not going out the bay doors. That's stupid. Where did Devon go?
He went out the double doors that you were trying to escape before.
We're going out the back.
Okay.
Going out the back. Rigel turns and huffs it out the back.
Beautiful. Okay, so Rigel makes for the back entrance. Are Mal and Sybil following as well?
Can we see John, can we see his pattern?
You are hearing the squeal of the tires. You can see through the bay doors that he has made this big whip with the convertible. You heard the gunshots, which were like 6 different bursts that went out. And you could hear the gunshots commit to the car. You can see a lot of that.
Okay, yeah. Then out that door towards the front of the building.
Okay, so you're going with Rigel towards the front or out the bay doors, just to confirm.
Out with Rigel and then towards...
Around.
Yeah, around.
Okay, and Mal?
Same. I think like the only person that's talked to me in a long time, not likely like a person, and the other person that was stuck in a box are going somewhere else. So I'm like, fuck everyone else. I'm going there.
That is fair.
Thank you to Lord of Cinder for our tier 1 subscription.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Lord of Cinder.
Hey, yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
To resolve, we'll go with the hallway crowd first, then we'll come out to the outside crowd. In the hallway, Rigel, you push through the double doors, thinking that you're going to follow where Devon went. Off the right-hand side is this big bay window that has not been opened or broken through. There's a door through the front that you imagine might be an administrative office of some kind. And then down to the left is the entrance into the lobby. And just as you clear through the double doors, you can hear this pulling of a pin, this clear a pin drop there, and then a toss that collides in the other room. And then there's this incendiary explosion as you can feel in the other room. Something has gone off. Something has exploded in the other room there. And it feels as though they're going to breach the doors down there on the side based off your awareness. As a kindred, the Salubri are famous for their sight, and you can already see what's coming down that hallway. The 3 of you pile into this hallway. Again, window off the right-hand side, office in front of you, incendiary down the entrance. What's the plan?
Window.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. How do we get through it?
Can I use lethal body to just shatter the window?
Yeah, absolutely. Mal, you prime yourself up and you jump through. What does this look like?
It's so the shadows are still kind of like swirling a little bit, though it's lessened. And I think the shadows impact first, and it's like that buckling of glass where it all spider webs out, and then they just like tap it with their middle finger and it shatters.
Beautiful. You push through, and even the iron bracings have pulled through, warped, and then opened to create this sort of womb for all of you to climb out from. Let me get dexterity and athletics from all of you to climb out of this window safely before they break down the door and give you whatever hell they have prepared.
That's no successes, but I'll spend a willpower. So.
God bless. Yeah, do that.
2.
So I have 2 successes with Mal, 3 with Sybil, and Rigel, what's our new number?
burning another willpower, sir.
God bless. Okay.
Got my luck today, Vince.
That's one success.
Okay, one success. Mal is the first through as they've created the window themselves. Rolling through and coming out to the other side, you fall farther than you expect to, Mal, but for your body, that's no use. It doesn't do anything to you that dying hasn't done already. You collide with maybe a 15-foot, 20-foot drop into a ditch off the side of this warehouse, and you can see some of the feed off, the pipes that come out of this big warehouse digging into the ground there, and you may have to climb your way up this sort of expanse of soil that leads back up into the parking lot, but for the most part, you're safe. And soon after, Sybil comes piling through. Sybil, how do you push yourself through that window?
If the glass has already been broken through, I think it's like pure Olympic dive style, just whoo, and then a 3-point turn or a 3-point landing that is not as cool as she thinks it looks. It's a little, but she sticks.
Right, you try the superhero landing and find out that, wow, you can have incredible undead powers and live forever. That thing never truly turns out the way you want it to on film.
Yeah, no.
I've seen
Rigel,
better.
the final push, you shoulder through, and as you're coming through, you feel yourself snag off of the sweatshirt you have off your side. The hoodie snags off those iron bracings, and you can feel yourself dangle through, and it rips the fabric, and you nearly hang yourself. And as you're trying to finagle this off your side, in through the doors are those two plainclothed cops that Burroughs had seen before. Only they're wielding something you've never seen in your life. Slugging into this large 6-shot revolver, 8-shot revolver. It's a massive Magnum class weapon that loads in what is almost a slug. There is this bizarre vial at the cap that is then pressed in like a glass bullet into the revolver itself. He rolls, takes aim, speaks through the headset he has at a cheek mic, and then takes a shot immediately after. Yes.
Am I still close enough to fuck up their electronics?
Let's see. Yes. He speaks through on the other side, and there is a bizarre static that feeds through the radio as he hears something on the other side, this bizarre as it breaks through and this crackling stops through. He realizes the radio isn't working, and it gives him pause for a moment, but it reinforces his next action to take a pot shot at you, Rigel.
Yep. It's been fun, kids.
You take 3 points of aggravated damage as one of those slugs hits you square through the chest.
Oh, shit.
And you can feel as it hits you just below the ribs, basically. And you fall through the window rather than climbing through. Sprawling back down to the floor, you take an additional 1 point of superficial damage. So that'll be a half box. And that's your life, Rigel. We go back out to the field. Burroughs, you are manically pushing the wheel as far as you can, desperately trying to solidify yourself after taking so many shots in the chest. Niles has just arrived at the car itself, and you can see sneaking off the side under the shadow of the missing spotlights are two silent, beautiful, black-clothed predators. The same that were making out in the back seat of your convertible before are walking as though nothing is happening. And they are strangely in paused silence on the way back. What's the move, Burroughs? What are you doing, old man?
So I am, this voice is telling me to run. I'm kind of like, just doing like donuts and semi trying to hit them. Really mechanically, I'm just trying to stay close so that everyone can just get to the car and go. So I'm not going to run if I have control to do that, but I am probably going to try to hit these guys again just to continue to distract them.
Yeah, with your great dexterity drive roll, I'm sure this is going to go well.
Yeah, here we go.
I believe in
that's
you.
a 4. I'll spend willpower to do it one more time, or that's 1 success. That's a failure. 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. All right. With that one success, you manage to roll into these 4 gentlemen. We'll say you hit 1. They're going to roll in response, basically. They're going to take their action to dodge out of the way, dip and dive from the car. Let's see if they have any chance of surviving this. They are rolling worse than you. With no successes,
Hell yes.
What happens to this man as his life ends?
I just like to think that as I'm turning the vehicle to get towards my allies, the back bumper just hits him and like crushes his pelvis.
Yeah.
And just hits him and he crumples to the ground.
You can feel the pelvis, well, you can hear the pelvis shatter as the turn of the car causes this massive break in the side. No amount of riot gear is going to save you from that experience. And as he rolls over the side of the flat back of that town car, he lands onto the floor on the other side and cracks his mandible on the way down. Completely dead, nearly snapping his neck. Listen, when you're going 40 miles per hour, anything can happen. Death is inevitable. The man dies, and you are left on the other side, pulled through. I imagine, I have to think that Burroughs drives stick, right?
Yeah.
You slam back, you're holding it in stick position. You're much closer. Niles is within grabbing distance to get to the car. The other 2 are on the way. No sight of the other 3, but you've managed to take out 1 of 10 of these folks. As it looks as though only 4 are left out here on the field. The other 2 have cleared into the building, thinking there's anything for them in there. So, dealing with these 4, we'll move to Niles. You're just a few seconds from this car. You could get in now if you wanted to. There are still 4 submachine guns poised against you. I'm sorry, 3 after Burroughs has just demolished a man's life and ended his existence. He will not be going home to his kids. Instead, we will be seeing what you're doing next, Niles.
I could get in the car.
You could.
Or did they, like, the 3 that got, like, not, I assume those are the ones that ducked away from
Yes,
Burroughs,
so
right?
they dived from the way. They were also the ones who fed you bullets last turn.
Yeah, could I use vicissitude?
Yes.
Can I use vicissitude to change my body type to kind of match the overall build of Devon or whatever his name is, the guy who was in there?
Yeah. Sheriff Devon? Yes,
Sheriff
absolutely.
Devon.
You form yourself into a mass that simulates Devon's great strength, and you can feel as this almost metastasized cancerous flesh begins to build on your shoulders and across you. What do you look like now? How does this manifest?
Yeah, it's kind of almost like a bubbling that just starts to just like build like muscle over and just grow. It's like stretching out like the shirt that I have and the jeans that I have, and even the boots on my feet are kind of getting like swollen to the point where it's like bursting at the seams. And yeah, it doesn't look great.
Make no mistake, Niles, this still hurts.
Yeah.
Everything that we are after death is pain. And if anything is indicative of this, it's vicissitude. As your body changes shape to your mere will, to the thought that you might be better, you become something to be feared. What do you do with this power?
I'd like to capitalize on the 3 guys who are not ready for this and like attack them or like yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking capitalize. Let's do it.
Yes.
What do I need to roll anything?
So let's do a strength plus brawl. What is vicissitude? Does it give you any mechanical function, or do we come up with that?
I don't think it gives me any. What I'm using is only changes my appearance.
Okay, just changes your.
Yeah, it's just for my. Yeah.
That feels lame to me. Add 2 dots to your roll.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love
yeah.
you
Okay.
so much for that.
He is a benevolent
I
storyteller.
like that.
Yeah.
Keep him entertained, y'all. Let's keep him entertained.
Hey, Caleb, do I need to roll any kind of frenzy test with the fire?
Yeah. I don't think that you were close. Like the fire was happening in the other room.
Oh
I
no,
think
the
you're okay.
the incendiary round to the chest.
The slug is not what you think. There's no primal fear of fire yet.
Got it. Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But I know what you're thinking of. That comes later.
I 3 successes, but my hunger dice, I failed both of them.
Failed like ones?
One was a 1.
Okay, we're okay. We're good.
Okay.
And as long as you succeed with your hunger die, you're never in danger of the bestial failure. Bestial failure comes into play if we have 0 successes and the beasts. So a double 1 with no successes, that's when we're... That's why it's so very scary, because you almost never roll it, but when you do, you now lose basically complete control. All right, Niles, I'm going to roll for their defenses, but come on.
Come on.
One of them manages to beat back what you're doing. You said 3 successes?
3 successes, yes.
Okay, so tell me what happens to 2 of these fools as you descend on them.
Yeah, I just like get in between like 2 of them, and I just like, I essentially just chest punch them straight through. And then I might take that one guy and then throw him into the other dude.
Nice.
And then jump on top of him and just like rip his throat out straight.
Right. In your life, you never truly understood what it meant to cave in someone's chest, but here, it's commonplace. You've broken the rib cage so tremendously that it could almost be used as a handhold to then pick him up and pummel the other. And these 2 men lose their lives screaming, dying, crying in front of you as they're fighting for everything that they have, and then they're snuffed out completely. The last, who is fallen prone and crawled backwards with his submachine gun, has a sense of fear in his eyes you have never seen in your life. He is looking at the devil. He's looking at a monster. And the unfortunate part is that he's looking at you. Niles, it's a bizarre feeling to know that you're what people are afraid of in the dark. There's no mistaking this here. It's a shirk of humanity. It's a change in what we are. And it makes you think that maybe you're losing a part of yourself in doing things like this. But it also feels so easy. And that voice begins to speak up in you, Niles. You have to grow and change and adapt until you have become what they fear most. Strong, Niles. We go from this group to our sexy couple sneaking through the dark, walking as though nothing is wrong in the world. I'll let you guys decide which one of you would like to go first. You're both succeeded on stealth, so what is happening out here in the field is not perturbing you 2 in the least, and the people inside of the building have no knowledge of you as well. You're free to roam. What's the plan?
Question. Baby, what do you think? Should we take the 2 and run them all down, or should we just take the 1?
I think we both deserve to have a little bit of fun, don't you?
Wait, should we make a contest out of this? What do you think?
Yeah, whoever bags the most bad guys wins. We're good
No,
guys. I forget how this works now.
Who cares? Well, the fact that they're shooting and they ruined my fucking shirt is enough. How about this? The one who spills the most blood gets to basically gets to be the one chained up for 4 hours.
All right. Then maybe we can mop the blood up after.
Good time. You mark?
Like this.
Get set.
Go.
Go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go to 1 card. We're gonna do that.
Okay, so there is 1 left out in the field, meaning that this contest is which one of you can get to him faster.
Oh,
so
there's only the 1 car left?
I thought there was 2.
We thought there were 2, yeah.
There are 2 SUVs. The rest of the folks are inside the building itself.
Yeah.
And there is 1 SWAT member left after Niles had their way.
Do you think a wall is going to stop this?
You could absolutely go back inside and have your stay of the warehouse if you would like to.
Oh no! Like, okay, let's Aaron,
Listen,
so
we had a
just both
plan.
go?
It might
Yeah.
not be a good plan, but we're sticking to it.
Yeah, at this point. Well, no, we could
Okay.
both take him out if you want, because they can't hear us.
I just want to remind you, Rigel took 3 points of aggravated damage. Just Mayday
Fair.
roleplay stats. If you were looking at the
Yeah,
website,
that's true.
3 points of
Fudge.
aggravated damage. But you do
Now
you. You live your life. In fact,
I mean, there is
unlike-
one guy still alive if you both want to pounce on that guy that's by my car.
I
And then you'd be
disagree
by the
with
car.
Burroughs. I think it's a great idea. I think you should go back in the warehouse.
Caleb is wildly swinging from protect your children to absolutely endanger your children.
I am right now like totally like, is Caleb fucking with me, or is he actually
No.
trying to say
He
think
is
the warehouse is
fucking
great.
with you.
He's fucking with you. You're being
sticking,
fucked with.
we're sticking
Listen.
with our plan. We'll see how it goes.
Perfect. So, what is the plan then? Who's acting first? Where are you going?
Go ahead, Aaron. I'm letting
Oh,
you.
I think our plan is just to run as fast as we can, get in a car, and we both charge this guy simultaneously. And if we T-bone each other, so be it.
Okay, perfect. So you're both going for the first one. Let's get contested dexterity and athletics to see which one of you is quicker to the kill.
And Enoch is just cackling the whole time.
There is no question to everyone watching. This feels like bizarre mating ritual. There is an idea around this that feels as though they're both getting so off on the idea that one of them is going to get there first.
I only got one success.
I'm sorry, I totally missed what the pool was.
It is dexterity athletics, my friend. All you got to do is beat a 1. If you got any celerity, this would be the time to do it, but I don't think either of you do.
I got 2 5s.
2 5s. Okay, so
I would-
double failure for Enoch, 1 success for the beautiful Allison. Allison, you beat your boyfriend to the kill. You arrive on top of this man before Enoch has any motion to make it. What's the action?
I would, since I made it already on top, Ooh, they don't suspect me, correct?
They do not.
Haha.
They're terrified of what you can see is this mass of flesh that used to be the quiet one in the corner.
Okay, so because I can mesmerize like that
Yes.
on unsuspecting people, I'm going to go ahead and grip and immediately lock eyes and do my thing to hypnotize him.
Okay, I just want to remind you at this level, you cannot force a person to commit suicide.
No, yeah.
Can commit them to torture themselves or to hurt themselves in some sort of way, but nothing that would cause fatal harm. Anything that would put them in direct harm's way, they will not obey.
Okay.
But just whatever you're going to do, go for it.
Okay, I'm going to say, because I can do like a small complex command, I'm going to be like, hand us all your weapons.
Okay.
And wait. Hand us all your weapons and walk into the fields until you physically can't anymore.
Okay. All right. I don't think that's too complex for him. It's immediate. You meet him in the eyes as he looks to you thinking you're one of his compatriots, someone that he can trust. And immediately he realizes that, no, you're the love of his life. He falls immediately for that opalescent illusion as you can see his whole body go lax, as though he's never been in a nicer place, and he stares at you in awe as you tell him exactly what to do, and he nods the entire time. He drops the submachine gun to the sidearm. He's dropping his elbow pads, his helmet, his vest, anything for you.
If it helps, I'm also kind of like stroking his face too, so he's really getting into it.
He's nodding, he's holding at your hands, and as soon as he feels okay, he looks to you for permission to run.
Keep running and don't look back. Oh yeah, I Lion King this second.
Okay. And he turns around, he runs full force as
Enoch?
far as he can, as fast as he can in the opposite direction. Enoch, I know what you're doing. Tell me what it is.
Can I pick up his gun and shoot him in the back?
Absolutely, you can. Go ahead and give me a...
Keeping in mind, I have no firearm skill.
Well, God bless.
I'm like, you
You
didn't
guys
want
are-
to go up for the kill? That's so disappointing. But like,
I love that nobody took like drive or firearms. We're good. We're
no,
gonna walk.
wait,
We're gonna walk.
I do have drive. That's why I was like, I can drive.
So give me Give me a dexterity and firearms pool, Enoch.
If you shoot up my new car, I'm
One
gonna...
success.
One success is all you need in a situation where it is a harmless target. This man is running for his life. He's running like he used to in track. He's running like he did when he went into the police academy. He's running like he has his entire life. But this time, he has no full understanding because of the sway over his mind that this is the last time he will ever run. And it's a burst of 3 shots that go straight through the back and come out the heart. And without the vest to stop it, he comes to a screeching halt. He screams out one last cry into the parking lot. And with your cloud of silence, the bullet doesn't even make a noise as it comes out through the other side.
How far away is the body?
45 feet. I will say that drinking from dead flesh, you have maybe 30 minutes before it starts to go bad.
No. Babe. I really need a clavicle. Can you go get it for me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Remember how I taught you?
That's what
clean cuts. Clean cuts while I get the car ready. Just
stuff.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'll carve his clavicle out.
Sure. Let's do it.
Wrap it up. Put in the trunk. Let's go.
Time is of the essence here.
I know, but this is very important. Why?
Absolutely. All I'm saying is we'll need a roll to see how quickly he can do this. But we'll do that when we come back around. We're going back to the side. 3 folks are in a ditch. You can see that the plainclothes detectives have moved to the window itself and are priming those revolvers out the side. And you can see that the SWAT team are behind them, moving into the warehouse that you were in just before. In fact, Burroughs, you can see over the side shoulder that they're filing into this room where you used to be in the bay. Rigel, Mal, Sybil, what's the move? You're stuck in this ditch. You're sure that they may be able to get a couple shots off on you through the window. There's running out to the parking lot. What do you want to do here?
Parking lot?
Okay.
I think, yeah. I'm making sure that they get out of the ditch first.
Okay, so Sybil, you're staying around. You're watching for these 2 to leave. You're looking over your shoulder. Let's go to Rigel then. Rigel, you just took a nasty fall. You can feel the fucking gaping wound in your chest as it's flown out the other side there. Luckily, there's no shrapnel that you can tell, and with your healing, the wound, that open hole in your chest is already starting to form new cells trying to meet back together to remind you that you do not get to escape. You have to live. You have to live. Your eye is pulsing. That dangerous hole in your head is telling you that you need to get out of here. And you can hear Mokur's teaching in the back of your mind, reminding you that you are the next in a long path, and that if you die, nothing is left. What's the move?
Yeah, just gonna get up and get moving, and just try to move as fast as he can out of that ditch and around to the parking lot.
Perfect. Okay, give me a dexterity and athletics.
Okay. That is 1 success.
Beautiful. That's enough to get you out of the ditch for now. You're making it towards the top. You think you're out of the way of those revolvers too. We go to Mal.
Before I start running to the parking lot, I want to strengthen my shadow cloak again and just have it bleed out so the most deep, impenetrable darkness envelops all the space around me, and it's just a void of nothingness. And I want them to look into the void and see the futility of their existence. And I want to try and intimidate them back inside.
Beautiful.
That's
okay.
Fucking awesome.
So we're going to use manipulation and intimidation. We'll give you an extra dot for the use of Oblivion.
It says I get 2.
For hiding, correct?
For both, for stealth and intimidation.
Oh shit, I had no idea. Yeah, do 2 then. I thought this was an alternative choice. I'm done.
It's both. At least I think it is. Let me triple
check. You
check.
gotta love La Sombra. I'm sure of it. It's spooky shadow. Remember, if it's not a roll you like, you all can use 1 willpower point to re-roll 3 dice.
I have 7 dice in this pool, and I got 6 successes.
Holy
shit.
Oh my god.
It is
Hot
the
damn.
deepest, darkest void they can imagine. There are no stars. There is no pinprick of light. There is nothingness. And they like the human mind idea of I'm going to create something out of whatever I'm seeing. There's nothing to create. You are alone, and it is forever. There is no escaping this darkness, and they will die in it, and they won't even know if they're dead because it won't change.
This miasma, this portal, this hole in the universe where Mal sits, where Mal has made a living, envelops all of you, Rigel, Sybil, and Mal, in this echo, this shadow of what you truly are. And you can see this man who had leveled that revolver against you, ready to hit another slug in one of your chests, pause, hold the gun, and stare. It's familiar to you, Mal. You felt it. That feeling he's in right now, on the side of a road, in a wreck of a car. But for him, this moment where life ends and you truly realize that there's nothing out there, that nothing's coming for you, that it's just you, and when you're gone, nothing comes. That moment for him is you. Sybil, I need you to try and resist this. Give me a resolve, and survival.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay, that's 2 successes and a skull. So I think that's still 2.
Yes, 2 successes. You managed to fight back whatever shallowness Mal has just invaded into the cavity that used to be your heart. There was that voice talking again, that one you're familiar with, the one that begs you to remove these trappings and become what we really are. It's asking for the beak, the talons, for the feathers, for what we really are. Be the beast, but you fight it back down. Fight it back down. The 3 of them drop their guns, and as some of the SWAT speak to the others, there's this high-pitched whine that is running through their radios that's so loud, full of the static, that they can't really focus on each other. And one of the SWAT says to him, "Are they out there? Did you get them to take a fire? They had to be out there. They ran out the window. What are you doing?" And the other says, "There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I didn't see anything. They must be in the other room." And they file out away from the window back into the bay. The 3 of you pile back into the parking lot. You all 3 have a good shot at the car. We'll go back to Enoch's clavicle. If you could give me a clavicle roll. I don't even know what the fuck to do here.
I love that show. You guys seen that show? Clavicle Roll?
Clavicle roll slaps.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done it because I do have surgery.
Let's get
You have surgery?
Yes.
she does.
Sorry.
Let's get intelligence and medicine, Enoch.
Okay. Well, I have no medicine, but I have 4 intelligence.
I would say you also know biology. I'm sure you've dissected things in the past. I don't know if they were bones, but let's say
Baby, you live with me.
intelligence and science then, my friend. Which should be an obscene
8.
pool.
That's a
there it
pool
is.
of 8.
God bless.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Yeah, you don't even have to surgically procedure this. There's no plan here. You are so familiar with the body that there are these books you can picture inside of the cobweb that is your mind. And it's like picking out eidetic memory pictures here. You're going immediately back to the first time you looked at the human body. You reach in and the clavicle's in your hand before you can even think. It's perfect. It's beautiful, ripped in gore and hanging pieces of flesh still from, but it is perfectly pristine.
Oh, perfect.
Can I lick it like a popsicle?
Sure. If you so choose. There is a perverse question of the beast inside. Lick it! Lick it! You should lick it like a fucking popsicle! and you reach out, you grab it, and you lollipop that shit. Go ahead and slake one hunger off of the drippings of this flesh from the bone. You are
mark
drawn.
up the bones.
Good. You are drawn to drink from the rest, but we'll say you slake one blood off of this body. Are my kinksters going to the car now?
Oh,
I think we've done enough damage. Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Baby, did you know that the clavicle is the only long bone that's horizontal in the human body? It's why they're hard to find sometimes. That's what good.
It's gonna look
Beautiful.
really good
I know.
on the mantle.
No, I got plans.
We go to.
No, I'm in the driver's seat, by the way. I can drive, so I'm in the driver's
Yeah,
seat.
fuck, don't let me drive.
Fuck
Beautiful.
no.
Mal, Sybil, Rigel, can I get a final run to the car to avoid the submachine gun spray from those in the bay doors?
And you said that was
Dexterity
athletics?
and athletics, yes. Unless you have celerity, in which case you can use that to assist your roll.
This is the only game I've ever rolled well in. I got 4 successes on 4 dice.
That's
I'm
incredible.
very happy. And it doesn't matter. It only matters if I have 2 of the Fang ones, not one of the Fang ones.
If
Okay,
you
great.
have 2 of these onks with stars or 2 of the onks with fangs, that's what I need to know. If
Okay.
you ever roll 2 10s or 2 of the onks with stars, let me know. That's a crit. That counts for 4, not 2.
Cool. I have
Letting
one.
You go.
Sib, we have 1 success from Rigel. How much from Sib?
One success.
Okay, beautiful. So in getting away, you all make it to the car. I'm assuming everyone is hopping on or at least piling onto the flat back. There's definitely enough room for 6 of you, 7 of you, but
Which
the
I think will work out because it sounds like Allison and Enoch are going to steal one of the other cars.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. They're taking the SUV, correct. So Enoch and Allison pack into one of the SUVs. The rest of you pack into Baby Blue. There are submachine guns. Yes. Niles?
Actually, could I go in the SUV with Enoch and Allison?
Absolutely, you can. So you hop in with Mom and Dad. The rest are in Baby Blue.
Horny mom and
Caleb,
dad.
just be mindful. We would have taken all that shit that was left behind, like the bullet,
Like
all
the
that
guns,
equipment,
the vest,
the guns,
all that?
the bullets, even
Okay.
if there was a pocket knife, we would have taken everything.
I'm going to include you guys in this shot then. Okay,
Cool
here we go.
beans.
You had 1 success, Sybil and Rigel?
Mhm.
Okay. So the 2 of you take 1 superficial damage each. And then that goes for my romantic couple as well. You both take superficial damage.
How much?
Just 1 for each of you.
So how much is 5 Superman like those damages?
So basically you have superficial until you run into aggravated. So how much health do you have?
Well, I had 4 because of the arm,
Yes.
and then 1 just now, so I have like 5 superficial.
What's your total?
Health. Oh, isn't it just like it's just 5, right?
Okay,
It's-
so then you are now in aggravated damage territory. So
Okay.
that 1 you just took will be aggravated. If you take 4 more points of that, you'll die.
Ugh.
Dead.
Okay.
Fully dead. Gone. Forever. Gone. Rigel, same for you. Whatever your health is, you're at 3 aggravated damage. Whatever the remainder is, if you've taken it in aggravated damage, you're in trouble. The boxes still fill in superficial as long as you haven't already filled them with superficial. So, for example, if you're at full health, you take 2 aggravated. The remaining 5 of that 7 pool still takes superficial before it turns to aggravated. Unless it's straight up aggravated damage. I know that sounds confusing, but I will try and remember for you so it makes more sense, right? Aggravated damage goes straight to, oh my God, it fucking hurt. If that happens to me again, I'm going to die. Superficial always fills half a box.
Okay. Just so you know, I would have done like. She doesn't really do moans of pain. It's gonna sound like a weird like kink thing.
Yes,
Just
we know.
FYI.
We know.
I just want. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all we can picture. I'm sure everyone watching right now knows that she's moaning. Okay, We are all in the car as the submachine guns shoot out of the bay door, but the two cars burst off into the Denver horizon, pass down the mountain that you've sort of built into with this shipping company. The suitcase is with Sybil, and the two packages are in baby blue. Those packages being Rigel and Mao. As you guys speed off, and the stranded SI members stuck in the bay doors watch as you leave, they push to their radios trying to get them to work, and they click and click, and still the static. That is until you guys turn the corner, and finally they have word to speak back to their superiors. With that, it's 12:15. We're going to take a 15-minute break. We'll be back at 12:30. Thank you guys so much. I know we ran a little long, but we'll be back at 12:30.
Okay, we'll be back.
Okay. For a second there, I forgot I'm the one that has to say it.
That's you, darling.
I was just sitting here going, all right, can't wait till Sergio or Vince start talking. No,
You're in the hot seat this time.
Yeah.
So, driving away from the warehouse and out of Denver, you are greeted with two new friends in the back of Baby Blue, as well as a new vehicle. Congratulations to the new car owners. You now own a brand new black SUV, government issue, baby. It's tagless, no license plate, no registration, nothing inside of the dash itself. It is flying completely blind, and inside you do manage to find some various technological aids. It looks like some sort of form of radio or long range. It does not seem to be on or anything like that, but it's definitely in the vehicle itself. There's also two Kevlar vests and then two shotguns that were kept in the back of the SUV itself. But so what is the plan here? We're in Baby Blue. I assume that Baby Blue is leading the charge here. I apologize for giving your car a nickname already, but it fits so goddamn
I
good.
think Chad also decided that that's the name of the car, so that's fine.
Baby
Would I know that there is a close enough Ravnos spot for me to hide us all in?
Absolutely. You have the map given to you by Dino, the lead member of the Vardo, who runs back in Vegas and has mapped out the whole West Coast for the Ravnos Nation.
And Burroughs is definitely old school enough that he does have like a fold-out map that he's like half driving, half got it open looking.
Yeah, and the vampire world has become such that Burroughs, that is the standard, not anything to do with cell phones or GPS or anything like that. You are a part of a new topic within the Camarilla, as well as vampires at large, that the thing that got us into this mess was technology to begin with. They have all sort of adopted a boomer-like revulsion to the idea of technology as an aid. So much so that the Camarilla blame it for their recent debacle. And the main reasoning for why people like the people you just encountered are coming down on the Kindred as a whole. So these handmade maps is how Dino works as well. You've got a couple of different spots throughout this map that are located off of I-70 and I-15. There are three places that stand out to you. The first is a gas station that's within 30 minutes of where you are now. The second is a trailer park squat is what they call them, but it's just a place where they know for sure a building or structure is not housed by anyone and can be used by Kindred. So that's a trailer squat that is past the I-70 into Utah. And then there is another in Black Dragon Canyon in Utah that is an auxiliary route that would take you through to a small town of Emory, where there is a Kindred. Oh shit! I think Aaron might know what I'm talking about. That would take you to a motel that is Kindred friendly, and that may even have food for you if you stay. That route would take you off the beaten trail for 2 extra hours, so it may slow you down a little bit.
I'll open it up to the group and just say, I got a little experience with with Johnny Law, and I feel like if we stay the course, they'd be the most likely they'll pursue us. I think we should go off the beaten path.
Agreed.
What y'all think?
You know
Yeah.
what? That sounds totally logical. I'm on board with that.
Also, to our guests, is anyone hungry? Can we get you anything specific? Obviously not right now, but
I think they packed some blood bags for us.
those are
There-
for me.
Oh,
There is
Excuse
a
me?
blood bag for each member here, essentially. They've packed 6 blood bags for you to leave with.
I
One
just
for
take it as
each.
simple says they're all hers.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
no.
definitely want that.
No.
I also want to point out that because the other 2 are in the SUV,
We don't
how
have
are
that.
we all communicating?
The radio. Wait.
Good.
Enoch,
You-
you have your. Figure that radio out. Over there.
No.
No?
No.
They
Don't
have
figure it
that
out.
radio also.
No.
Oh, they have
Stay.
It's a great idea.
I'm not
What are
there.
you talking about?
I'm
You're
not
not-
there. I'm not
I
there.
know. Listen. I know my way around a radio. Can I?
Go ahead and give me a intelligence plus insight.
Wait. Oh, no. Wait, I can't control it.
Intelligence, no
Oh.
technology in there.
Or wits and insight, whichever you prefer.
Only
This is
because-
not concerning the radio.
I see.
Oh, shit.
So that's a
Oh, we
four pool.
we fucked ourselves. I didn't know.
That is well, that's 4 success. Wait, there's a 6 a success, or is that a 7?
6 is not a success.
Okay, so that's 3
above a
successes.
6 success, 6 and below failure.
3 successes.
I mean,
Beautiful.
they would also understand we don't have any radios, so unless there was a,
I thought, yeah, no.
What
we
your
don't-
insight roll gains you is that 1, you know that this radio probably couldn't communicate with Baby Blue because they have no receiver. 2, that you know these situations pretty well, that either the equipment is tracked by some way because it's the government, either the equipment or the car, and that turning this on would make your presence known to them.
True.
You're a very smart guy, Enoch. You know that messing with this thing could draw them immediately on you if they're not already tracking you.
Well, just all right. Fine.
Is
Should we pull over? Like, let's say we pulled over really quick so we can
I
actually.
mean, can we just follow Baby Blue and?
Yeah, that's
see where
true.
it
We
gets
wouldn't
us?
know. We would just follow him.
You do have cell phones if you'd like to call them.
say I want to call Allison from
Sure.
Baby Blue.
You call Allison, the call
Yes.
goes through. I assume you guys all have your numbers for each other, right?
would
Yeah.
assume so.
Allison,
We
the
would.
call comes through. Do you accept?
Oh, absolutely.
You do. And on the other side,
All right, I need you to do the exact opposite of that and just do it one more time. but slow. Again.
whatever is going on with the cell phone, it's not operating the way, you know, a cell phone would.
Okay, I'm gonna
shit.
hang up and text and be like, "Don't do that again. Pull over."
Yeah. So you cancel the call and you get a text, Sybil. And the text comes through and it says, "I'll bathe in your organs, I'll dance in your blood, death for all."
Great. So communication's tough.
Why?
And then the letters start to shift and then the cell phone goes black and then zaps back on and then starts to shudder like dead pixels across the screen.
As soon as it goes black, I'm just gonna turn towards Mal and
You can see like a compass. The black is centered exclusively off Mal, who has no real awareness of what's going on. But you point it around the vehicle, and yeah, they're the dead spot.
Okay. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but is there any way to turn this off?
Instead of turning it off, kind of extend the shadows a little bit extra and just kind of tap on the screen. Looks fucked. What'd you do?
The shadows move out to touch your cell phone, and you can feel it completely turn off in your hands, vibrates off. And then trying to power it on after that, you get that dead battery screen coming up, telling you to plug it into a charger.
Caleb,
Yeah.
I would like to flick the emergency lights so I can signal, and then I'll like roll down the window and just be like,
Baby Blue out the manual sort of mirrors up there up the top. You can see the flash of the hazards go out behind you. it's clear that the SUV is signaling you.
Do I feel like we've gone enough of a distance that if we pull over, suddenly a bunch of cars aren't just going to pull up?
You've been
feel
driving about 15 minutes.
Okay,
No, that's
15
not long
minutes.
enough.
It's not long enough?
Unless
I don't
we're
think I
driving real
know that.
fast.
I don't think I know
you've
that.
maybe
Yeah.
gone about 10 miles from where you were.
I think
Where-
as I pull over and we're hitting the dirt and slowing down, I'm going to say, whatever you're going to say, make it quick. We got to get on the road. And I'll
Where?
stop.
Location.
Dump your
Where-
car and get inside.
No, but we got stuff here. We got a whole bunch of like weapons and
Throw them
stuff.
in the trunk, baby.
And tracking devices.
Fine.
Did
Dump
you
your
check for a
car.
GPS tracker? All these
Okay.
government rides are equipped with GPS trackers.
Okay. Everyone on my ass. Let's just unload.
I just
I'm
thought
taking
we
the-
could use a few more playmates. That was fun.
What kind of fucking chicken shit outfit is this? Who the fuck are you people?
I'm Sybil.
Burrows.
Grabbing the shotguns. I'm literally
Niles.
grabbing the
They're calling me Regel.
shotguns. As soon as everything's back in the trunk, I'm gonna literally like lean over to I'll be like, I'm Allison. Now move.
It's real tight. Like, it fits like maybe 6, and now we're like 8. So,
Yeah.
Or so.
Allison is definitely propped up in Enoch's lap, but
Oh,
it
yeah, I
is,
was gonna say,
it's a
that's all
tough
the-
fit.
Can
all
I
right,
just
we're all good? Well strapped in?
Rigel,
Mal?
you expressed interest in checking for a tracker. Is there any immediate physical move to do that, or was that just verbally
Well, if we're leaving
announced?
the car behind.
Seeing how tight it is in the car, first Regel is going to rip the radio out of the back of the SUV,
Okay.
and then start checking the engine block and the undercarriage for any sort of tracker.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me get a
Do you, girl?
intelligence plus investigation.
We got time for this?
Now
I don't
I'm
know.
cooking. Now I'm cooking, baby.
Niles.
Now I'm cooking, baby.
I'm
All
gonna
right, here
lean
we
over.
go.
Can you like change the music? Because if I
Oh,
hear
yeah.
one more Christian rock,
5 successes.
thank you.
I'll change it.
5 successes.
5 successes.
You absolutely find a GPS tracker hidden inconspicuously in the engine block. It even has sort of a readout on it and is communicating a name, which is Delta 4. And then after that, it has like a string of coordinates. And with your mind and your level of success, you could tell that this is absolutely communicating a location of another vehicle.
Okay. I will make note of the coordinates, and then I'm going to crush that thing underfoot.
Okay, you crush it, the electronics break, and there's this snap as the digital readout screen dies below you. And you're pretty sure you got everything that was tracking off this vehicle. And the radio is... Did you rip it to shreds, or the radio with
Yeah.
you?
Fucking destroyed it. Yeah.
Got it.
You're clean. You can use it.
Yeah.
So,
What?
are we splitting up, staying in 2 cars? What
Oh,
are
I
we
thought
doing?
we were moving the car anyway, just in case.
Our new friend here just crushed it.
Yeah, but we're already in the car and we just moved all the shit. Let's just go.
I'll hit it in the drive.
Probably better not to have a government car anyway.
Yeah, fucking Debbie Downer.
You leave a government issue SUV on the side of the road, sans radio, shotguns, Kevlar.
Oh no, we took
GPS
that
tracker.
shit.
Where
Yeah.
did we take it? Where is
Put
it?
in the
Allison
trunk.
yeah, they were stuffing into my trunk.
Yes, sans. I'm sorry, removed of.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Empty of what it used to have. Excuse me.
Public school.
And it is now stuck on the side of the road there, in the sort of turnout ditch, the gravel out road off the interstate. And Baby Blue drives back onto the main road of I-70, heading into Utah and out towards the I-15 that will take them back to Vegas. What is the next stop? Are we pulling off the inlays like we were talking about and
Yeah.
into the alternate route?
Yeah, we're gonna head to that alternate route and try to lay low there.
Okay, let's take a reminder. Let's just see our hunger levels. Enoch has slaked 1. So Enoch, what are you at?
0 presently.
Okay. Enoch is not hungry at all. Allison, I believe you're at 1.
I'm at 1.
Beautiful. Rigel? 3. We've got Burrows at 2. Sybil, 2. Niles, 2. And Mal,
3.
3. Okay, so some of us are getting a little hungry in this vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
We know that going through the canyon will be a little longer into Emery, but as long as you can make it past the drive, there will be plenty to eat past the canyon. So you guys make your way through the alternate routes. It is an expertly done position for Burroughs here. Burroughs may not be the tightest action driver. He's not ready to knock somebody off the road, but damn is he a cool rider when it comes to easing down and following a map. He knows exactly where to go. It's like his soul is directing the vehicle before his hands are. And humming those gospel tunes underneath.
By this point, I can tell everyone's annoyed, so I've switched to a hip hop station or something,
There you go.
And I'll say, yeah, you know what song I like? I like that one that goes, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
And
That's
gonna
a good one, right?
ride till like I'm gonna sing along with him. I'm in a mood.
Does the radio still work?
It comes in,
yeah.
But it comes in jarbled with that sort of bizarre screeching like the phone coupled, and the static, the whine off of those radios from the SI before. It's similar. So you'll get Old Town Road, but you'll get Old Town Road mixed in with this terrible
with a demonic choir.
Yeah, technology reverb that
I'm
is
into that.
breaking through. And every so often you get those bizarre whispers that come around with Mal enhances that oblivion. So it's a good vibe, but it is definitely one that can only be reserved.
Vibe.
Yes,
Yeah.
It is made for Kindred, and I'm sure Enoch is in love with this noise.
Look, thanks for getting me out of there. But can somebody please explain to me what is going on?
I think
Requisition order.
I think you're under the impression that we know a lot more than you do, and that is not the case.
I guarantee you do. I guarantee you do.
We were told to pick up some assets. You're the assets
Okay.
we picked up, and now we're on our way back.
Can I ask who asked you to pick us up and why?
The Camarilla of Vegas, as far as I know.
Santos, name familiar?
No. I'm out of the loop on a lot of things.
Well, we're vampires, so I just assume you are too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's step one. So we're all on the same side. No reason to be so paranoid.
Are we though?
I've seen
Are
plenty
we
of
really?
kindred try to kill other kindred. I don't think that necessarily tells us we're the same side.
Well, I have no intention of killing anybody, except those assholes back there.
What do you think they're gonna do to us?
Who? You have to be more specific. The assholes back there, or the first assholes that delivered you to us?
Yeah.
Well, wherever you're taking us. I mean, they cared enough to box us up in these steel fucking coffins and transport us halfway across the country. Now you're delivering us right to their fucking doorstep. It ain't to say hi.
How do you know?
Because
Because apparently you know more than we do. Why
Okay.
are you in the box?
I don't fucking know why I'm in the
there
box.
we go. No
Honestly,
one knows. Let's move on from that. We don't know.
It is to say hi, at least a little. But you have to present yourself to the prince. That's just how this works.
He has
Kinda
names
part of,
or something.
Politics suck. Welcome to it.
That's what this is? This is so we can go and like kiss some fucking ring?
Isn't that some bullshit?
Partially.
What do you know? You called yourself civil, right?
Yeah.
You seem to have some kind of insight into this.
Well, that's basically what I told you. There's a prince. We all do what he says for various reasons, and we mind our business. Just
This
go.
Grant guy, right? Grant something.
Mm-hmm.
Aloysius Grant.
It's a stupid name.
That's a stupid fucking name.
That's probably the last time you can say that.
Fair enough. I'm sorry. Obviously, you have some feelings involved here. So
Oh, I don't. Listen, this is work. I don't. This is customer service. My opinions are my own.
You got to be careful with what you say because he has fanboys in a way.
Fanboys like knights, like sheriffs.
I would say more like rabid K-pop fans, if you think about it.
Both equally as dangerous.
With
Damn
big
right.
fucking German executioner swords. I've seen it.
Why do you sound like Elvis?
He can live his best life.
What,
on life.
a man can't come from Mississippi and be called Elvis?
You
I
said
love
your
it.
name was Burrows.
That's right,
Burrows, yeah. Burrows, Niles, Sybil, Mal, Enoch, Amanda, Allison.
Allison.
I'm gonna try to interact with you two as little as fucking possible. Please and thank you.
I would advise that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be watching you.
Don't, for the love of God, please don't. Caleb, do I still have the book and the cube on me?
Yes.
Cool.
You have the cube of display, that you got in New Orleans. You also have the book that was given to you by Gabriel.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I'm also going to sneak a hand into my pocket and just make sure my 2 little film canisters are in there.
They absolutely are. Whatever they were doing to you, no items were taken off your person.
All right.
And
Okay.
you are reasonably intact. I mean, you do remember both of you around 2 to 3 days, or rather nights for you, in which you were awake in the coffin, completely conscious, and all you could hear really was muffled speaking on the other side through the steel. And after 3 days, you're here.
Does anyone recognize the name Kerr?
Do we?
Does that mean anything to anyone?
It does not mean anything
I-
to anyone.
I know Kerr B, but I don't know a Kerr.
Curry. That's a good food.
Curry, good food. Yeah.
Take your word for it.
Speaking of food, I would very much like to eat at some point.
Hey, you know, that's a good thing. I brought up this good restaurant called the Colorado Mine Company. You two, can you eat? Like
No.
normal food, like people?
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be nice right now.
You tried.
You can't.
All right, well, I don't know if this place we're driving to is going to be populated, but check it out.
I just need an animal or something, a bird.
Sybil, you think you can share these blood bags with our new friends? We got 6 of them now.
I guess.
Thank you. That's good customer service. I'll signal to where the blood bags are, probably in a cooler or something.
Absolutely.
Is
there's a
people-
portion in the trunk, but there is an access point through the back seats. And Rigel, you would know just from the clear color of it already through those coolers.
yeah.
And
blood.
Niles, it does sort of set you off a little. Spoons hops a little when Rigel mentions needing a bird.
Yeah, I like immediately scoop spoons and put spoons back in my jacket pocket.
No, don't. I'm not gonna. No, don't worry.
Uh-huh.
There is blood bags in there, 6 of them, if any of you would like to slake some thirst. I will say that depending on your predatory type, it may not benefit you as much as the others.
I won't eat.
Burrows will not eat either.
I'm gonna look Sybil dead in the eye and drink one.
Mal, you slake 1 hunger.
Nice.
You're at 2.
Thank
Caleb,
you.
what is the energy in this car?
It feels tense in a way that all of you are forced to be a part of this group.
Uh-huh.
But it is also that dying adrenaline of having survived something again. Not only the part of us that used to be human that loves the idea of survival, but that beast inside that thrives off the idea that we succeeded, that we were more powerful than the other. And so there is a sort of quiet as you guys are feeling each other out, and it feels as though Baby Blue is the only thing on this earth as you are cascading through into Utah, and you start to make into these long, big red clay plains that lead up until the canyon passes into Black Dragon. You're making your way, but the roads that burros are taking are obviously made by the Vardo because they are not on traditional street or anything paved. So there is this bounce of the town car desperately trying to survive the desert as you guys peel out, kicking up dust. The only thing you can see are the headlights out in front of you, and it barely tells you what's 5 feet in front. But you're making your way. The brights are on. You can see sometimes desert hares will jump past, and different animals who take up this portion of the world are making themselves known across the headlamps.
You wanna hop out, Rogel? hop to it, jump along.
Oh, God.
That's okay. Let's just get to where we're going.
I'll say that unless there is anything else, there is another 2 hours of driving before we arrive at Black Dragon Canyon. And it is even more desolate than the plains before, but it eventually levels out into these long, huge rocks that sort of cave you into this long stretch of plain in between. And it is red dirt clay plains that extend out. Sparsely, there are patches of grass and trees that will come through, but they're very few and far between. For the most part, it is you and the tumbleweeds and the full moon peeking out over these rock towers out in front of you. You understand that you're cutting it a little close to that moon falling and the sun coming for you. The intuitive sense of a kindred tells you that you have maybe an hour and 30, if you're lucky. And you know that to get to Emery, you probably still have another hour of driving. Such as
Burroughs
when?
does not change his speed. He continues.
How fast are we going?
Yeah.
What
40
is
miles per hour?
appropriate to make it within an hour? Yeah, 40. No, more like 50, 60.
80? Can we do
We're
80?
Pulling a California 80?
No, but by the looks of it, I think we'll be safe within an hour. Sun doesn't rise for an hour and a half. We'll be good.
Right. Well, you go through for another about 30 minutes of driving, and there is how do I put this? Driving through the Moore Pass, the scenery changes into an uphill climb into empty, wide, red plains. The interstate is left far behind, and quickly it becomes clear that there's no living thing in sight, not even yourselves. The drive is silent, save for the constant maneuvering to check over your shoulder for anything chasing in black SUVs. And before long, you start to feel safe again. It's nowhere to bed down, but if you stay on this road long enough, maybe you're going to find it. That rest stop sanctioned by the Vardo. But it's the quiet desperation filling this car and leaking out into the red clay that lines the pavement you're burning that draws your attention outside. To the myriad of desert sky stars beaming down on your crawl across the sand. Rigel, it's your vigilant, dead eye that doesn't allow yourself to enjoy the view for too long. You feel like something isn't right. Could you give me a wits plus insight?
Yep. All right. That is 5 successes.
5 successes.
And I will as that sensation takes over, he'll actually take off the watch cap and expose the eye in the middle of his forehead.
Do you want to tell everyone in the car what they see if they happen to look over at Rigel?
Yeah, it's like broken, rended flesh. Like it's not a clean hole. It looks like something either forced its way through or was peeled back. And it is a black, like the whites of the eyes, it's not white, it says jet black with like a red iris and a horizontal slit.
Ooh.
So it's not your 2 eyes that discover this out of the corners of the brights. It's the third that moves independently of the others. And you're still getting used to that sensation of your body looking one way and your mind looking another. But it's drawn immediately in this new perspective to something just out of the corner of all of your eyes. You're the first to see it. You're welcome to let the others. But this is what you see. Out there, in the plains, in the clear shine of the full moon, is a triangle formation of naked bodies. Standing still, with their heads to the sky and their arms outstretched. They move in tandem, a sway that pitches and yawns in all directions until you're sure that you can hear them. A low, rolling roar of voices, primal and guttural and animal, like they're dying, they're bleeding, they're losing, they're lying. They pay you no mind as you traverse the dirt road around, and you can see just off the side there as Burroughs has to pull short of a tree in the side of the road there, you get an even clearer picture of them. But they don't even turn to look. They don't move. There's no recognition. But you're sure that they're aware of the sputter of your car's muffler. In a haunting way, their ash-pale skin dancing under the wind seems beautiful. There's a part of you, the beast within, that wishes desperately to dance with them all. Sybil and Niles, could you please make a frenzy check?
What is that? What do I have to roll?
Willpower plus a third of your humanity rounded down. So, for example, if you have a 7 humanity, you're rolling willpower plus 2. If you have a 6 humanity, you're rolling willpower plus 2.
Okay. That's 1 success.
Okay.
That's 4 successes.
You bite back the urge to join. You bite back the urge to feast on the person right next to you, to take their lives, shed your clothes, and join. But just in that moment, you're all seeing this. It's all come into view for you now, whether Rigel informed you or not.
What?
Yeah, I'd point it out.
What the hell is that?
Not curious enough to find out. Not my problem, not my business. Keep fucking moving.
Agreed. Let's go.
The lamplight is illuminating their bodies as they sway. And they move and they shake and they move and they sway. And you're just sort of entranced for a moment as Burroughs has the car pulled to a stop.
Yeah, I think probably slowed down a little bit just to a crawl, just kind of crawling along, watching.
Why are we watching?
It's just kind of captivating, ain't it?
Not even remotely. Get the fuck back on the gas.
I think Burroughs is going to do the sign of the cross and then just drive.
You begin to drive. And are you adopting the same speed? Is it slower now with the feeling there?
I actually think everyone being kind of weirded out by it, I would be driving a little bit faster.
Okay.
I'm worried something like this is going to derail us and getting somewhere safe.
Who's sitting in the passenger side up with Burroughs?
There's space for 2 up by me.
Okay.
Who's on the farthest side of the passenger side by Burroughs?
I think I'd be in the front.
Sybil, roll wits and awareness.
Okay.
I probably would too.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Awareness. Cool. That's good. 1, 2. Oh. 2 10s. So 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Nice.
Sybil, something is hurtling towards the car. Just about to break into the side of Baby Blue. You have just a moment to tell Burroughs.
Go, gas, go.
I'll hit the gas.
They're pointing off to the side. You're hitting the gas. Is there defensive driving? Is it just full on forward? Are you leaning into it? What's the plan, Burroughs?
I think she told me to drive, so I'm just following what she says and just foot to the floor, going straight.
Perfect.
Caleb, we can reach
Yes.
the trunk from the back seat, right?
Yes, there is an access point through the back seat. You just have to pull it down so somebody has to
Great.
get
Here,
crunched in.
I'm gonna pull out a shotgun.
Okay, so let's go in this order. We'll start with Burroughs, then we'll go to Allison with the shotgun, and then whoever would like to call dibs after that. Burroughs, let me get a drive roll with dexterity. You're going to get 1 in the pool additionally because Sybil informed you.
Great. Okay, that's great. A 9 and an 8. So I think those are both successes.
Okay, those are both successes. Good, 2 successes. So you feel the crunch of Baby Blue off the side as the door closest to Sybil is indented with a body. There is off the side of you, Sybil, blur of not quite human form as it collides with the vehicle. There is a sound of wrenching metal and the skirting of the back wheels against the uneven dirt ground, and a huge skid as you threaten to spin, but you manage to keep yourself going. You do not come to a stop. You're pulled to a skid. You level yourself out, and whatever this is, it is a flash of white. We're going to go to Allison. Allison, let me get a dexterity and no, let's get a composure and athletics to get to that shotgun even through the impact of the beast.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Okay, so I have 3 successes,
Yes.
and 1 is a crit fail, or the number 1, and it's
Okay.
the red dice, or like my
We're
hunger.
all good, because as long as you succeed, that crit fail don't mean shit to us.
Great.
You are so cool. You're Allison. You are the thing that should be afraid of. You are the scariest thing out here in the desert. You climb yourself back into the back, and you have to push the seat down, sort of skirting Rigel and Nile out of the way to reach in. You pull out that shotgun and rack it. You'll have that ready for your next turn. Who has an action next? Who would like to go next? Actions. There's this huge crunch against the door. Mal.
I want to pop my fist against the side of the car where it's crunched in and try and pop it back out and push whatever was on the other side away.
Absolutely. You're trying to buff out the dent, right? You crunch in your elbow. Let's get a strength and brawl to see if you can hit the monster on the other side. Are you trying to go through the door, or are you trying to keep the metal intact? How much are we hurting Burrows here?
I think I'm probably just trying to get it away and not really hurt it.
It's a defensive move.
Yeah, I know that like sunlight's coming, so we need to hurry rather than fight.
Yes.
I'm gonna use a willpower to reroll. 3 successes.
3 successes. Wow. You throw in against that door. What does this look like? How do you skirt this thing away from the car momentarily?
It's if it's still like its shoulder is still in it, I think I just pop my fist against the central point of where the crunch is, and try to just crunch it, compression fracture its shoulder into its clavicle.
Right. You see it, and you can hear a human yelp as you hit it, but it sort of descends into this guttural animal scream on the other side, and you see a flash of what must be pure white alabaster skin, but that has been contorted into bat leather off the arm. This huge, maybe 5-foot wingspan off the side flies back and is tossed off the side, rolling through. It is this pure white creation with this raggedy, wet, clumped-in hair that is cascading around its front, and these big flapping wing caught in the bright lights. Who's next?
That thing's disgusting. What the fuck is that?
Oh no, Niles, go ahead.
Oh, is it still on the car?
It looks as though it's rolled away for just a moment, but it's probably readying the next attack. You could look for it. You could prepare for the next oncoming, whatever you want to do. But it looks like it was at least pushed away from the side of the vehicle, still pursuing.
Then yeah,
Can't
I want.
hit. Oh, go ahead.
Go.
Oh, you.
Niles.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to look to see where it's gonna come back around if it is pursuing us.
Okay, absolutely. Do you have anything to enhance your sight, or is this a straight roll?
I have nothing to enhance my sight.
Beautiful. Give me a, let's do composure and investigation.
Those are fails, and that's both my hunger dice.
Beautiful, beautiful. No bestial failures, though,
No
right?
bestial
No
failures.
ones? Thank
No.
God. You just failed. You're looking out the side of the convertible. The wind is whipping in your hair, and it's coming across. Spoons is sort of pecking at your shoulder, and you're trying to get a look at it. You're still feeling the remnants of that voice telling you to dance. And there's something out there, Niles, about that bat wing, about that thing, about its wet features that feels like home. that feels like you. It feels like a mirror. This is you attacking this car. This has always been you. We'll move on. We're going to Sybil, who had the next. Sybil, what are you doing?
I was gonna try and sense the beast, but I don't think I have to at this point. Can I? How many weapons are coming out of the back?
There's one shotgun in Allison's hand, and she has beautifully racked it. She looks like a gun magazine cover right now. She's got her shades on. She might as well be smoking. She's ready to shoot.
Oh God!
There's still one racked shotgun. Well, not one shotgun in the back trunk, but you'd have to climb through and get.
Okay, I'll see how that goes first.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just going to lean my seat back.
You can just ask.
So
One gun's enough.
you're waiting to see how Allison does with that shotgun, correct? Beautiful. Rigel, you had something.
Yeah, I'm going to activate heightened senses
Beautiful.
and tell Allison, or say to Allison, you got another gun?
Oh, do I?
Pass it.
I'll give him actually the cocked shotgun if I can just go back under and grab the.
Beautiful. No roll for that. The
Yep.
shotgun's passed over to Rigel. You're enhancing that sight. Your third eye begins to bleed in rivulets down your face, and it sort of clouds your vision in this red. But in a way, it enhances and zooms in that vision enough that you can feel everything. You can see this thing out there. Go ahead and give me a. What does heightened senses do for us? First off, let's go into that mechanic.
Yes, so I can add my Auspex rating to all perception rolls.
Beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a composure and awareness plus your Auspex.
Okay. So, all right, here we go. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. Yes, you easily pick this thing out of the crowd. Your eye has zoomed in. Even if you can't physically see where it is, the third eye knows, and there is this bleeding red aura that matches the red in your eye around this winged beast, and you have a clearer sight of it as it starts to speed back up to the side of the vehicle, meeting with you. It's coming up for another ram, but now you know what it looks like. You have eyes on what hit you. The answer makes little immediate sense. It is a massive beast standing at nearly 7 feet tall, with its arms extended to reveal massive flesh bat wings that have stretched past and out of the scraps of clothing clinging to the body of something that clearly used to be human. It may have even used to be kindred. Their face, distended and jaw pulled free from the skull and hanging limply to expose incredible sharp razor fangs that stretch the length of their face out like tusks. Their eyes a bright glowing yellow, and their ears flared out in the same pale flesh. It may be a gangrel, or it may be something worse. You've never seen anything in your life like this. And whatever they are now, they're not in any right mind. As they rear up and run past the car, they spin out in front of the vehicle and cast up sand and dirt as they ready another charge at the car. We have sight on the animal, Rigel. What's the move?
Can I shoot?
Yeah, we'll allow you to shoot. Are you informing the others?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
maybe shotgun blast is as good as informing is anyways. You
sorry.
prime up, shotgun goes in between. Are you shooting through the windshield, or are you standing up in the vehicle?
Actually, I was going to lean out the window.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
It's a convertible,
Yeah.
so
I was
tops down.
Yeah,
Oh, tops down? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Then I'm just gonna sit up in my seat and fucking pop it. Yeah.
I think you even slot it on the front of the window pane, the rim of that front shed, and you line up your shot. Go ahead and give me a dexterity plus firearms. Let's see how good a
Alright.
shot Rigel is. He's got the eyes for it.
Let's do it.
I believe.
That is
Yeah,
3
now you're
successes.
getting into the
2 successes?
3.
gospel.
3 successes. Beautiful. You body this thing as you can see the shoulder blade become exposed as the shell rocks it off the side, and you can see the wing fly back and become fully extended. You can see that it's been through something. It's holed through on the bat leather that forms its flying wings, and it is screeching in pain. It is crying from the eyes and looks desperate, afraid more than anything else. But after it's been rocked back, it comes in and makes an attack at the car. Burroughs, could I get a response? What are you doing in response as this thing charges through to you?
Well, I want to say that could I use Brawl in the sense that I would probably want to assist it in getting it off the road by hitting it with the car. I wonder if I could use a Brawl plus dexterity or something since I'm actively trying to hit it.
How about this? Let's make this physical, but in a drive sense. Could we do strength and drive?
Sure.
Perfect.
That works for me. Here we go. One success.
Beautiful. One success as you whip around and you crash into this thing. You negate some damage to the front of the car with that. And as it comes through, it collides onto the top of it, but is wedged on the left headlight, basically.
Oh, shit.
So it is gripped onto the car, has
on the
not
driver's
damaged.
side headlight, it's basically now holding
Yeah,
on.
right in front of you, basically. And it is
Am I still driving or has it stopped us?
Still driving. Has
Okay.
not stopped us. You managed to keep us going. There's no damage to the car yet. Just cosmetic peels into Baby Blue. She's definitely going to need some detailing work.
I think
But
we chose the wrong road.
It pulls through and starts to climb up. We go to Enoch.
You
Enoch,
chose the
any
boat.
actions?
Yeah, everyone else seems to have this pretty much on lock, so I'm just gonna take my little field notes notebook out of my lapel and just start taking notes about the creature and what's going on because I'm
Okay.
curious about it.
What does this look like for Enoch to take notes? He's a very interesting guy.
Yeah, it's like obsessive, so he's like really like hyper fixated on the notes. His handwriting looks it's worse than a doctor's. No one could possibly read it but him, and he's just alternating between manically scribbling in the notebook and looking up at the thing, observing it for a second, and then scribbling down some more stuff.
I love this. Let me get a composure and science, or occult if that's higher, on tracking the anatomy of this beast and everything you can remember for later.
Composure and science is 5d10.
Nice.
3 successes.
3 successes. You managed to get a lot of the detail on this thing. You're speaking out the words and making them real, and your mind works in such a way that you are able to capture anything your eyes can set on. And it is no joke. Before long, you have 4 pages of detailed, mass written notes on this thing that you could take home. This is filling out your journal as you're going along. You managed to stay composed in this moment, even though certain death is hanging off the front fender of your town car. Moving from there, are there any other actions before we go around back to the top here? No, beautiful. Okay, so this thing is going to try and make a crawl up to you, Burroughs. It is leeching these big, massive talons into the side of the car, and you can see the bat wings start to sweep in as the only illumination is blocked halfway by this thing crawling up to you. It is going to try and make a grip through the front of your windshield at you. Is there any reaction to this for your turn, or would you like to save that for your action?
No, if I could use something, I have the discipline of presence. Could I attempt to get this thing to freeze long enough for my allies to shoot at it?
Hell yeah, baby. Maybe you'll cause it to pause. Let's go for it.
I'll try to, just say like, chill, baby, be cool. And I just want to see if I can freeze it. I got 2 points in presence.
Bless you.
Okay. So go
much.
ahead and put those 2 points up against, let's call this charisma and persuasion.
3, okay, another 2, that's a lot. So I need to just replace 2 of these die with my hunger die. That's 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. Wow. All right. It is going to roll in response, to which it takes a look at you, and for a moment you can see the person behind whatever this was. You can see someone crying out for help. It's Lydia. It's Jimmy. It's Father. It's every human being you've seen on the side of the road. It's someone trapped in whatever they are now. and they are begging to get out. And for just that moment, as you offer that small reprieve, be cool. She's cool, but only for a moment that lasts within a millisecond before it's back against you. Enough for a distracted swipe against you. For you, it does not break the windshield, but it climbs in through the top and swipes in against your left arm. You're going to take 2 points of aggravated damage.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm
please
okay.
Tell me I'm next.
Probably just like tore open my chest.
We'll go to open call. Is there anyone that wants to react as Burroughs stops
yes.
this thing? Yeah, let's go to Allison. Allison,
Okay.
let's go. You're grabbing the other
Seth,
shotgun?
I already have the other shotgun. I'm standing up. Enoch, hold me like as a seatbelt so I don't fall. And because it's point blank,
Yeah,
stick the thing like literally barrel to head
right.
and pull.
Absolutely. Let me get a dexterity plus firearms. Let's see if you can keep a steady shot. It's a wild mess inside this car. As Burroughs is hitting, the car starts to skid again. Enoch is holding you tight like he always does. You prime that shotgun, rack it right up against the forehead, and let's see it. Dexterity firearms.
Okay, I got one pass. Yeah, one pass and one fail.
One pass, one fail. Okay, so you fire in at this thing's skull and it clips through the side and off the ear, shedding this huge extended out bad ear. And it has holed through, but it stares at you, unaffected, ready to take out the next one. Let's go to someone else. Anyone else? Actions in the car. Niles.
Yeah, I want to like get by Allison, but I just want to get over the top of the windshield and try to use vicissitude to try to like compact the monster's like joints of its fingers together so it can't grip onto the sides of the window anymore, so it will slip off the side of it.
I love that. Let me get vicissitude and composure together.
That is
Monster
awesome.
arthritis.
Yeah.
That's slick. Respect.
Is that in composure?
Yes. Gotta keep cool.
It'll be cool. Da, da.
I got one success.
One success. Okay, you manage to get one of those hands to form over against it. And you can see as the hand begins to web and then form and become that same metastasized flesh, but in its own alabaster white. And it stares down as it loses its grip off that one and begins to flail from the car. It looks like it's struggling to keep on, but it has one grip still on the front fender of Baby Blue. What are we doing to save Baby Blue? Who's next?
I'll see that that's successful and try it with the last claw.
Beautiful. All right, Sybil, what are you doing to that last claw?
I'm just gonna like brute strength, like try to lift it off of Baby Blue.
Is there anything you're doing to assist that brute strength?
No.
Okay. Are you
It's-
sure?
I don't think I have anything to do that. I mean, not really.
Okay, let's do it then. Go for it. Let me get a strength plus brawl.
Okay, I can. Yeah, I got that. All right, babes. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Beautiful. They failed miserably.
Nice.
For you, what does this look like as you keep this thing off of Baby Blue and give you guys an exit?
Sib had been in sort of a like disengaged position up until this point, like seat leaned back, waiting for all the fighters to finish. And seeing Niles successfully rip a claw, she like, fine, and gets up and almost like Bruce Banner-esque, you see the shirt kind of get a little stressed, and she rips it, and there's a like excitement with being able to just like spend a little bit of that energy as it flies away, and then she just, all right, okay.
You launch this being, this 7-foot monster, into the air as it cascades off the rim of the windshield, Burroughs ducking down and the whole front half having to pick themselves down to see as it flaps out and unfurls completely, the wings encroaching over itself as it bodies out the back and collides with the back fender before full-on road killing into the road behind you, falling to the floor completely. Looking back as the second row looks back to see how it fared, whatever Sybil has just accomplished here, it's not moving, not yet. It's crumpled up in its wings and shuddering on the floor and cracking itself out. But with a successful drive roll, Burroughs, you believe this could be the moment you need to get away.
Nice. I'm taking it. Just whatever I can to try to, as fast and as quickly as I can. I'm going to get the hell out of there.
Right. Let me get a dexterity plus drive, my friend.
Okay.
Can I assist him?
Yes, you can. How are you assisting?
Can I let the shadows coalesce again and reach out and try and like obscure the car a little bit? I don't know if I'm overreaching my abilities.
No,
but
I love that.
Those taillights.
There are
Yeah.
plenty of shadows because the only light coming off this car are the headlamps, which one has been broken now, and then the taillights themselves. So this is all shadow. You can absolutely put that to help. So let me get a dexterity drive from Burroughs, and let me get a oblivion plus stealth for you, Mal.
Ooh.
Not to pile on, Caleb, but if I can give this thing a parting shot, that would be
Absolutely, yeah. Let me get
Great.
a firearms
Okay.
dexterity
Actually-
from you.
Can we both just do a parting shot as we
Yeah.
do that? Jacob?
Yeah. So let me get Burroughs with his drive first.
For sure.
So I failed the first one. I'm going to burn a willpower, and I now have 2 successes.
Beautiful. 2 successes.
I also got 1 success.
3 successes. And then let's see our shots.
4.
4 successes.
Only
Holy-
1 success.
So
Oh,
10
man.
total?
Yeah, something like that.
Sick.
Enough. You fire in and you can see this thing crumpled over as the 2 buckshots collide. They roll over again and their wings begin to bleed as those outstretched bodied bat leather begins to hole through like Swiss cheese as you guys pull away in this shadowed miasma of oblivion. As you pull through, you punch it to 90 miles per hour and make for the exit that breaks out into actual road. We are going to say, for time's sake, that you absolutely get away from whatever this was and have successfully outrun the beast of Black Dragon Canyon.
What
Moving-
in the Sam hell was that shit? Anybody ever seen something like that before?
It looks sick.
Never
And not like
seen it in
cold
my
What the?
sick,
life.
but like
Oh,
ill.
thank God.
I'm
No,
gonna have to talk
I
about
don't.
Dino. I'm gonna have to talk to Dino about this.
I mean, it
Fucking
was
weird as hell.
part
Babe, what
animal.
was that?
You know.
Babe,
It was like a
do you know
bad
anything
person.
about that?
I don't know what it was, but I'm gonna find out.
Oh, thank God. He's good for that.
Does this look like a gangrel that just had a really bad day?
A really bad day, though.
That must
Go
be
ahead.
like fucking gangrel with rabies. I don't know what the hell that was.
Is that possible?
Simple. That sounded like a check here. Let's go
Yeah.
for intelligence and occult.
Ooh.
Cool.
Mm.
Woo, that's 2 successes.
Nice.
You definitely, with your close personal understanding, definitely have seen some of those powers on very powerful gangrel. But there are aspects of this you have never seen in your life. If that was a gangrel, it used to be one. Whatever it is now is different, more powerful, scarier than you've ever seen it. It's not anything you can do.
This is kind of like you said, Allison. Gangrel with what, rabies? Something. There's a bad
With rabies.
at the end of it. Yeah,
Called it.
Carry around a water spritzer. They're hydrophobic, aren't they?
bats or gangrel.
Rabies. Rabid things are hydrophobic. We spritz them with water, they go away.
It's
I don't think. Is that? What? I don't
it's not a
believe-
phobia. It's the muscles of the neck spasming.
All right, there's a whole lot of science talk going on, but I'm more worried about getting us fucking home. So, I'm just desperately looking for this place that we're supposed to find.
You peel
Yeah.
out and arrive at the small town of Emery, which is Podunk Town, which houses a motel that you know of to be safe. It's called the One Night. And you were told by Dino that this is one of the places safe to Kindred on the way back to I-15. And even more so that if you pay a fine price, then you can get food, not the kind that Burroughs is looking for, the kind that most Kindred are looking for.
Well, we didn't pay full price, so I think we'll pull in. And as everyone is filing out, Burroughs will look at his car and just shake his head and be like, Casey's gonna kill me, man.
I'll tap his side and be like, "You're fucked," and just walk by. Sorry about that, though.
Is it like a motel? Does it seem like we could take our own rooms or something?
Yes, it is absolutely a motel. It's like one of those rectangle, 3 rectangles together sort of layouts where you've got 3 stories of rooms, all of them separate from themselves. You get your key from the auxiliary building, and then you're free to pick whatever shitty room you'd like to stay in, whatever roaches you'd like. The person at the front almost looks expectant to see you, Burroughs, and slides you room keys, 3 of them.
Now, I'll say this. We're all welcome to stay where we like. We got 3 rooms, but let's remember what the hell just happened about 5 minutes ago. So I'd maybe recommend we are together tonight, huh? Maybe keep a watch out?
I think that's actually very reasonable.
Sure.
I haven't had any say in anything so far. Why would I start now?
Well, you got to say now.
Point.
You got to say now. You can stay with us, or you can stay in a random room.
Can we
Okay.
trust him not to run?
Safety in numbers, I said.
Fine.
Fair
And you
point.
can turn the lights off. It'll be really fun, I'm sure.
All right, so
I would not recommend turning the lights off with us, unless you would like to.
Gross. Actually, I will not be sleeping wherever those 2 fuckers are sleeping. That's disgusting. Actually, give me one of those keys. Anyone
Yeah.
who wants to join me away from these creepy shits, fine.
all right, they get their own room. We're going to our own room.
That sounds
Very wise of you.
safer.
There is one individual in the lobby alongside all of you that is getting coffee from one of the instant coffee machines, the sort of vending machines off the side with these big open windows that look out on the property. And they do kind of give you guys a peculiar look as you're walking out the building and discussing all this. And it's clear that it's been impressed upon them that you all are a very interesting group. He's an old silver-foxed gentleman with a gray beard and slick-backed, perfect white hair. And he just sort of glances at all of you, sips his coffee, and he leaves through. As he
Now I was
leaves,
just gonna wave
though-
at him.
Wait. if we lock eyes, can I do awe on him for my
Sure.
presence?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, I can see you. I can see you just rolling your, just looking, just waving, as I wave by.
Good evening to all of you. You guys have a good night. And
I'm
he goes
directly
off.
behind Allison doing the exact opposite.
He does wave off to Niles too, who gave him the courtesy. But he does,
Fuck.
as he's leaving, he looks back and takes a second glance at Allison, and just for a moment, sort of furrows his brow and scratches at his beard, considering her, and just sort of transfixed in that moment, along with her.
I wrap my arms around Allison's shoulder and say, "Are you looking at something, buddy?"
Oh, no, not at all. I was just, you're all good-looking people. You have a good night. And he goes, and before he does, he looks to a beeper off his side. He goes, oh, shit. And he goes off into the parking lot.
A fucking beeper? What the fuck?
Could I tell that these 2 folks that we've interacted with so far are humans?
Yes, so
Smell
the mortal behind the bar, or behind the sort of receptionist desk, is absolutely human. You do get the sense that someone has been feeding her. She is got a healthy glow for someone of her considerable age. She's maybe in her 80s, but looks like she's been 80 for a long time, would be your guess. She has very clear, powerful skin. And she seems to hang on each of your words, almost like a mosquito might around a fresh body, right? But she's absolutely mortal. The other gentleman, human off the side of the road, you think he's just staying in one of the rooms there.
And he has a beeper?
Yeah.
Are there any of those like colorful brochures for like, here are the sites around, here are the like...
There are, and all of them are sort of for major cities in Utah. Not a single one for Emory. There's nothing in this place. When you roll through, there are like 2 trailer parks and some little what you could think passes for a suburb, but they're tucked into this canyon, sort of lost to civilization. The most you could see for activity around this place is there's a mechanic shop up on the hill past the motel, and then there is a biker bar, or at least what looks like a biker bar, down towards the sort of on-ramp back through to the interstate. And it looks like that place looks like the most lively thing here in Emory is these people who have loaded up their bikes in that long row outside of the bar. They're in the dive drinking. That's really the only light that's still going around at 4 o'clock in the morning. You do all become aware that you got maybe 30 minutes before dawn starts to peak and you all die.
I take 3 of each of the brochures, like every single brochure, I take 3 of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got plenty of brochures for what to do in Salt Lake City if you ever visit.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take make sure I have our weapon, but I'm also gonna take a couple of blood bags.
Okay.
So
are you doing this out in the parking lot in the middle of the motel?
I'm gonna try to be subtle. Like I wouldn't like go walk around with this thing. I'm gonna like put it up my back.
Go straight to the room.
Like straight up, like I'll hide the shotgun in the back of my shirt in the ass pocket, like just slip it in there.
Oh yeah, pocket a shotgun.
Not like it's hidden under, not ass pocket, like you're sticking it in the pants.
In
like
between
I'm
your
hiding
cheeks,
it.
you've got the...
Yeah, that's between the clothes, guys. I'm hiding.
Like
I'm
Wonder
subtle.
Woman.
Yeah. This is a kindred-friendly place. You know that you can be a little less guarded here. It is still a little worrying to you to bring out the shotgun and Kevlar from the baby blue, which has clearly been mauled by a bear or something to passerbys. But you manage to do so and you take it back up to your room. I'm not going to make you roll for that. I'm assuming everyone is going back to their rooms for the night?
Yeah.
I have to say, maybe the last thing we do here, but some of you are very
I do have
hungry.
one bit. I want everyone to finish, but I have one bit of business left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of you are very hungry. Are there any attempts made?
Do I have time to try to find some local wildlife?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
before you go to sleep tonight, you're going to go back out into the wilderness. You got about 15 minutes. You got to hope that something's behind the motel, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... yeah.
No dogs.
Give me a survival plus wits, and let's see what you can find out there.
Vegans can't be
Alright, cool.
choosers, Vince.
You're right. You're right. All right. Okay. Sorry. That is 2 successes.
See. You find along the chain link fence that sort of scopes out the trash area behind this motel, behind the one night where it stinks of filth and shit. It seems that someone's been living back here and it's just a wretched place to be in. But this is usually where you eat, especially in a city. You do manage to find, perched on that chain link fence, a Salt Lake City possum that is sort of curled up. And you can see that there are 2 children along with it that are climbing along the fence, little babies. You'd assume the babies are newborns within a few weeks of being born. And the possum is still fat with that mother's shape after giving birth. And
That's veal
this
for
is-
Ragel.
Yeah,
Those little babies.
this is what's on the menu unless you'd like to go to bed hungry.
Nope. So long. Yeah.
What does this look like, Rigel? And what does this feel like?
He it takes a lot for him to get through it, but he thinks back to the horse. He thinks back to the horse beneath that, the sands of Las Vegas, all those probably months ago, and how good it felt. And he doesn't think about it too hard. He just closes his eyes, doesn't think about what he's doing, and just consumes. The fangs extend, and then he just begins drinking.
Regal, this is no quarter horse. The horse had power and strength. It was clearly purposefully selected by Mokur to be your animal. This possum tastes of shit, of filth, of a scavenger's life, of something that is not ate well, and now neither are you. And as you are sinking your fangs deep into the neck of this beast, the children watch you and scurry your way into the shadows of this backyard, and they move back into the shadows, into the plains of Utah, and God willing, they'll survive. But without a mother, things are harder. And when a predator decides to take what you love, there are no concerns made for who you lose. Would anyone else like to feed for the night?
No.
I'm
gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed hungry.
I mean, I'll feed, but we're feeding in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't want to know what that entails.
No, not that.
No, we're not gonna say it, but Caleb,
But we're gonna say it. I get it.
Yeah.
Niles, you will start next session with 4 hunger. I hope you're aware.
Okay.
I'm gonna just Capri Sun my meal, but I'm also gonna try to open the briefcase.
Yes. Really? Oh. Okay.
If I can, I just want to know what's in there.
Boom.
It's in the box.
Understood. Okay.
How many hunger levels did I lose there?
You select
Just
one
one?
hunger. Yes.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
Eating off animals does not exactly give you a filling meal unless you're stealing cattle. Sybil, I'm going to come back to you. Niall is going to bed without food. Enoch and Allison, I assume you are dining off of each other for the night.
Yes.
Are you using one of the blood bags? What's the situation here?
A little bit of both.
We gotta have something to roll around in.
That's fair.
The blood bags, yes, but because of how we specifically feed too, it's going to be on each other as well.
Yes. So I just want to make that clear from a mechanics standpoint, so everyone knows.
Oh, I didn't.
They are playing sirens.
Mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Siren, Osiris. It's energy and physicality.
Enoch can only feed during intercourse.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Allison can only feed from a fan.
Or energy, like energy vampire.
It's a good thing they're both their number one fans.
Exactly.
So we'll say that you expend 2 blood bags during whatever the fuck that room looks like after that.
Yeah.
I assume a maid is very upset the next day. God damn.
They're out some sheets.
They're
for sure.
burning the sheets. They're gonna have to get a new mattress. Okay.
It ain't pretty.
Mal Burrows, are we feeding?
Mal, what are you doing?
I already ate one of the blood bags.
Yeah, so you're
I'm
good for the night?
Or I'm not good, but I'm fine.
Okay. Burrows.
Burrows refuses to feed outside of what he's used to, so he is going to resist. I'll go up by 1 in hunger.
Okay.
And, as everyone kind of files in, I know I've got a couple of minutes left. I'm just looking out. I see just the beginning of the light begin, just the blue beginning to appear in the sky, and I just can't go a day without it. So he kind of leans himself against a post, and he can feel the tear in his shirt, the tear in his chest, and he says, "Oh well, I'm tired and so lonely, but I must be moving on till the Lord comes and calls me away. Oh yes, there will be peace in the valley for me. Someday there will be peace in the valley. For me, oh Lord, I pray. There'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There will be peace in the valley for me.
Allison would have been clapping from the windows. Woo!
Oh,
As he
There-
turns around, Mal is just kind of sitting in the shadows, just against the door jamb, watching.
there is a familiar feeling, Burroughs, one that you have been drawn to since becoming what you are now. And that is this spike in adrenaline when you can tell that the last dying specks of night are going and the first embers of dawn are reaching on the horizon. It's maybe the last few minutes you have before the sun peeks over and gives you a final goodbye. It's just enough time for your song as Mal peeks in and listens, as anyone who would like to has heard that song. And
I'll
it
turn to Mal.
feels-
I'll turn to Mal and just say, "Sleep tight," and I'll go inside.
Moving to our final moment, assuming that the rest of us have gone to bed, we go to Sybil. Sybil, you've had your Capri Sun. You're now looking down at the briefcase. It is a simple affair. Those silver aluminum casings with the sort of ribbed edges so that it's comfortable for travel. It has a lock on the end, and then an additional padlock off the handle itself. And it also has a set of handcuffs that are attached to the handle, just in case you need to apply it to someone for protection. It looks expensive. It looks well locked, but there's no telling you couldn't get in. You've died and lived again, and you'll live forever. And if you wanted to, you could open this. Your mind thinks back to people like Teresa, people who took chances, people who thought that they knew, fully understood, and made a decision that would cast them against people who blended into the crowd. You think that maybe with the turn of a few locks and the key on the other side, you could be like her, or you could be like anybody. You could be like Grant. What's the plan?
If I'm convinced there's a way to open this without being caught, then I will open it.
You think that if you could manage to pick the lock correctly, you could do so in such a way that it would seem as though it was opened correctly. Just depends on how well you think you could lockpick.
Do it.
I know. I'm gonna do it. I think we got in a fight, and I can, as I do with most things, blame the Second Inquisition.
Fuck yeah.
Let me get, we'll call this dexterity and larceny.
Nice. I forget there's that skill.
Great. Great. And now that I've fed, my hunger's back down to 1, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Bless the Lord. Alrighty. Love willpower. Great. That's 1 success.
You cannot open this lock. Unfortunately, you do not gain access. But with 1 success, there's no clear sign of your entry either. In fact, you could probably try again.
I will.
Oh,
That's only 110, so 1 success. Actually,
Again,
no.
power?
Willpower.
Yeah.
Willpower.
You get 3. Yeah.
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 There we go. That's 2 successes.
unfortunately, You do not pass the lock. But it does not seem as though it's been tampered with in any way.
Okay.
For now, you'll have to wonder what's on the other side. Or maybe take it to the rest of the group. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to have friends, even when you're dead, because everyone is plotting to kill you. You might as well have some people that are plotting with you. As sun begins to dawn over the small town of Emory, just a few hours away from Las Vegas, we are ending our first session, our first chapter of Las Vegas by Night.
Wow.
We will meet up with all of you 2 weeks from now. Thank you all very much.
All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead.
Twice now, all your friends are dead.
Incredible.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. I had an absolute blast.
What a
running
great
this.
first session, Caleb.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I'm excited.
This was
Ooh. Do I
dope.
say anything else? I don't have to say anything else, right? Thank you guys. Thank you, Patreon.
Thank you.
Thank you,
all
friend.
The
people
chat has been
fans.
great this whole time. Thanks, guys,
Yeah.
for being
Thank you
here.
so much, chat.
We had
Yeah,
a great
huge.
turnout. I don't know if anybody noticed, but who was the gentleman in our
Jason Carl was here,
Jason
like
Carl, the
Daddy
creator
Vampire.
Vampire was
Yeah.
here, so that was exciting.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's
happy to see him here.
Incredible. That's
And
awesome.
since we
Very
just called
cool.
him Daddy Vampire, he's never coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
no.
You
That's
can
right.
never see this VOD
That can't be
because
the first time. That can't be the first
You know what? I'd rather be me.
Yep.
Maybe he'll like it. Okay.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Caleb's
He's gonna be
awesome
like,
work, man.
I gotta turn up my New York by Night game.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we have another game in 2 weeks, right? We're gonna try
Yes.
to do this bi-weekly.
Absolutely, we are. So we're taking next week off, and then we'll be back on. I think that's what, like the
16th.
16th.
The
2
day
weeks.
after my birthday.
And God
Hey.
willing,
So try to be sober
extra
enough.
as fuck.
God
Sober,
willing,
that
on
works too.
on the 16th, we'll get to see what Elysium is like.
Ooh.
That'll
All
be
right.
exciting.
Cool.
All
All
right.
right.
Hell
See you
yeah.
later.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody, for tuning
Bye,
in.
gang.
We'll
See
see
ya.
you.